Shalom, shalom.
Let's start out by giving all glory, praise, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect of Israel. This is the Atlanta camp, the Atlanta Ba camp, coming to you today for another day of chanting down Babylon and exposing this Edomite that's in power right now and waking up the elect. And we're very close. We're seeing the signs that are here. We're seeing these plagues come down on Babylon and upon our oppressors and the heathen. And we just wanted to go into that a little more today. So what we're going to talk about are some of the laws of physics and how some of the laws of physics actually prove that Esau gets judged. Esau being the self-proclaimed white man. And so we're going to pinpoint it onto Newton's third law of motion. It's stating that every action has an equal or opposite reaction. So we'll let the brother read it from this article.
All right, this is Newton's third law, action and reaction. Whenever one object exerts a force on a second object, the second object exerts an equal and opposite force on the first.
And so Esau, put his name on it, put Newton's third law of motion, but these are actually the Lord's judgments that they're pretty much breaking down. They've brought this into, or they say it's a law, and it's really just one of the Heavenly Father's laws. And you get Obadiah 1 and 14, as thou hast done, it shall be done. Or 15.
This is the book of Obadiah, starting at verse 15. Hold on. 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee.
Yeah, and so that is Newton's third law of motion. Is that what they put out is what's going to be returned unto them. And some people in the world will call it karma, but it's just the Yahweh Ba'Hashem's judgments. Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai's judgments coming back onto these people, onto all of us, really. That's why we're under the curses right now, because we did evil, and we had to receive for that evil that we did.
Oh, Micah was 7 and 10. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him.
Yeah, and we have to. It's just, as you put out, it comes right back around to you. You got any more? Yeah.
Continuing on in verse 15, Obadiah in verse 15. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head.
That's exactly it. His rewards, you got good rewards and you've got bad rewards. And it's just that judgment coming around full circle. Just as Newton stated, for every action there is a equal or opposite reaction. And so it's just coming back. It's that reward, that judgment. We got Yeah.
God, this is Exodus 21, and starting around verse starting around verse 24. Exodus 21 and verse 24. Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burning for burning, wound for wound, strike for strike. If a man smite the eye of his servant or the eye of his maid, that it perish, he shall let him go free for his eye's sake. But that just shows the balance. At the end of the day, starting with Esau, Edom, he's starting with the main enemy. All right, along with all these other heathens that join hands or alliance with this enemy, have such the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans. All right, and therefore, it's basically a tit for tat. All right, reap what you sow. They reap the benefits of our backs through bloodshed, etc., etc., therefore, double is going to come to them. Thus saith the scriptures, man. You know?
And yeah, put that out. Why wouldn't that come back? And in the Christian church, they teach you God is all love and there's forgiveness for everything.
Right.
I learned about that tooth for tooth, eye for eye in school when they called it Hammurabi's Code. But that's the Lord's laws, and it's balanced. It's complete balance and it's judgment. It's not really like Newton just put his name onto these laws, but these are the Heavenly Father's laws that he's quantified.
Matter of fact, could one of y'all brothers get John 10 and 10? Because, you know, Esau try to reframe stuff of how the Most High had it programmed. He'll try to take credit for what the Most High did because Esau thinks he's a god, you know?
Yeah.
This is John chapter 10, and starting at verse 10. And it reads, and this is in red, this is Yahushua speaking, the thief cometh not, but to steal, and to kill, and to destroy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I am come that might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly.
Okay.
Yeah. The thief being the Edomites. And he came and he's stolen. This is just one example. Newton's laws of motion, his third law of motion. He came and he put his name onto the Lord's judgments. And that's thieving, that's stealing, that's killing, destroying. He's just destroyed everything, really. But yeah.
If I can say too, you know, the scriptures also says that Yahushua shall come as a thief in the night. But here it is, Esau, Edom, and thief, ever since he was invented. Okay, so he's basically paying him back. He's like, oh, so I'm gonna come as a thief in the night then on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, just throw it out there.
Returning that reward.
Mhm.
Just as he's done. And also, Newton putting his name onto the third law of motion. Newton's third law of motion, that's very similar to Esau naming the lands after himself too. Just like it says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue on forever. He calls his lands after his own name. That's really similar to him putting his name onto the Lord's judgment. You got it?
It's like this is Nahum 3 and start from the top. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departeth not.
Yeah, that bloody city being right where we're standing.
Yeah.
In Babylon the Great, aka America. And it's all full of lies. It was started with lies. One of the biggest first lies you hear is that Columbus was searching for India, for East India. And that's why they called them Indians over here. That's a big lie. He was searching for this land in particular so he could get the gold and enslave the Israelites. That's why he took 5 Hebrew translators with him. That is a lie, and that's in their foundation. It's a foundational lie. And the robbery, that barely even has to be stated. We started with the 13 colonies, and it was, parts of the British came over, the French came over, the Spanish came over. They all split up portions of this land, and eventually it all became the United States of America, with snakes. And it just shows the robbery, the thieving, the lies. Any more on that?
Oh, no, that was it.
Okay. Yeah.
False balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Yeah. And this world is currently unbalanced. It's completely out of whack. It's upside down. But the Lord is going to restore it to righteousness. And that will be just. That will be justice being served. We get any more on that article?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
Yeah.
You said the third law. Right?
Yeah, third law of motion.
It says, his third law states that for every action, force in nature there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Hold on. Let's get Revelation 13.
God. It's the book of Revelation, in chapter 13, start from the top. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads, and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
That being Esau's kingdom, his rulership. NATO and the EU make up the beast, and the different times that he's been in rulership for those 7 heads, starting with the Greeks, the Romans, the French, the British, the Spanish, so on and so forth. Slovakia. But I wanted to get he that leadeth into captivity.
Oh, God.
So go into captivity.
God, give me 1 second.
9 and 10.
9 and 10, yes.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and starting at verse 10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
Yeah. Good. Go back to that.
It says, this third law states that for every force, every action of force in nature, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
So,
God. Going back to Revelation 13 and starting at verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here,
that is an action. For every action put out there, there has to be an equal or opposite reaction. That's showing that completely. If you kill with the sword, you're going to be killed with the sword. If you lead people into captivity, it's going to come back onto you. It's that equal and opposite reaction. And it's just prophecy. It's what is going to happen. And Esau put his name on that. And Esau is going to pay for all of that. Continue on, Brother Esau.
Con. Continuing on in verse 10. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints.
The saints being the Israelites, the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans, as well as our scattered, because we've been scattered into all 4 corners of the earth. So we are going to come back looking like all of the different nations. But that being the saints, and we have been patiently waiting for Esau to be paid back, to be taken out of this captivity, out of this low state, and for righteousness to be established under Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shah, to have this a righteous kingdom set up. And it's really showing the Lord can't keep us in this, or keep the world in this unbalanced state as well, because just wait is his balance. I mean, it's his, he likes just wait.
Yeah, like it says in Proverbs 11 and 1. But also it says in Numbers 23 that the Most High is not a man that he shall lie. So he's bound to loose us from these chains of darkness and to get us out of this captivity and bring us back into the land of Israel, because he's bound by his word.
Yeah. It's just like it says the whole creation or waits, is waiting for this. It's waiting for this revealing the sons of the Most High.
So what if someone says, like you mentioned earlier, if somebody came and said, that was the old covenant. Well, this is Malachi 3, starting at verse 6. For I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, I change not. Therefore, ye sons of Jacob are not consumed.
Yeah, the ancient of days.
Yep.
He changes not. How can you be the ancient of days and actually change? That would show weakness. Him changing, aging. He doesn't. And the sons of Jacob, being the Israelites, he's going to pull us out of this state.
That's another one for you.
Yeah.
Going back to the book of Obadiah and starting at verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Going into the reap what you sow. All right. And this is mentioning going all the way back to Genesis 25th chapter. well, it gave it talks about, excuse me, the birth of Jacob and Esau. All right, and ever since, you know, you lost your birthright, he's been trying to poke at us and get back at us, basically holding a knife behind his back and trying to backstab us.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
the same individual who's trying to cut us off till this day for being a nation.
Yeah. And he's gloried in the violence that they put on us.
Mhm.
You know, there's statues all around America, really the West in general, but there's statues to these so-called conquerors, colonists. Yeah, watch your mouth, shut up, stop. So long. But there's statues and they're gloried in these things, and now these remnants are being shamed because the truth of what they've done is coming out, and that's why Esau has what they call white guilt, and it's because they know that all these things are gonna come back on them, and they're trying to make up for it in some types of ways. Some of them don't believe that they will be judged at all. It speaks about how they thought they were 1-1 with the Most High in Psalms 50, but the Lord is going to judge them. All this, everything they put out is going to come right back onto them, but double.
Right.
Verse 11, continuing on, and it reads, "In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, and the day that the strangers carry away captive his forces, and foreigners enter into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them." Just going into, basically, when they saw our downfall, all right, they still took some of us, possessed some of us, did us dirty, all right, backstabbed us, sold us off. You know, hey, it's all in the history. Everybody know how it goes, man. The Atlantic slave trade.
Transatlantic slave trade.
Yep, and so on and so forth. Okay.
Yeah, every bit of that is going to come back. You destroyed our stuff. You destroyed us as a people. You stole our heritage. You're calling yourselves the children of the Most High. You're calling yourselves the so-called Christians. But you're not. You're none of that. You're being exposed for that, and that's going to It's shameful. It's shameful what you've done. But the Most High said, for what you did to our city, and Baruch, he's got the other side of it. Yeah?
God, this is Baruch chapter 4 and verse 31. Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall.
So, you afflicted us, you rejoiced over us at our downfall, but what's the Most High say? This is future prophecy. You got it?
Miserable are the cities which thy children serve.
He's going to turn everything that you've done all the way back around onto you. Every bit of it. You're going to be, it talks about, or in Genesis 27, you cried when you didn't get the birthright, but this downfall, you were going to be crying. It terrifies me as an Israelite. What's coming to you is the worst anyone has ever gotten.
It says, miserable is she that received thy son.
That being Babylon the Great, and the other cities around the world, because it wasn't just the Atlantic slave trade. There was a sub-Saharan slave trade. There was we were scattered into the four corners of the earth.
You had the Acapulco slave trade, where they had tribe of Issachar, so-called Mexicans, go over there to the Philippines. That's why you see a lot of those Israelite, lots of those people gravitate towards us, because they're Israelites.
We were scattered throughout the four corners. So a lot of those Filipinos go back to these tribes, and all of these things, like the world is about to feel for what has been done. All the Psalms 83 nations, they're all about to feel for what they have put out there. It's all going to come back onto them in great misery.
God, it says, verse 33, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin and was glad at thy fall, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation.
Yes. And you rejoice, it's documented. The Archetypus, it's all around the world. And it shows you taking our things, the Lord's things, and you're rejoicing in it. You made a monument to it.
Yep.
Oh, that coin, Judah conquered.
Gotcha.
It shows, pretty much the tribe of Judah being conquered.
Yeah. Miserable. It's all gonna come back on you, and we're watching the beginning of it. We just have to wait till the third war. That's not very far away.
Yep.
And your mighty men are gonna be crying, holding on to their stomachs like little women. It's gonna be the greatest destruction of all time. You got some more?
Kind of some. Oh, you come on.
No, that was it.
Okay.
Kind of. Going back to the book of Obadiah, continuing on, starting at verse 12. But thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother and the day that he became a stranger. Yeah, we became a stranger, towards the Lord and the custom of our heritage. That's how low we have been beaten into. Okay, damn near diminished. All right. Scripture says we've been brought to a low stature, which also is metaphor to our glory. Okay, that we once had. All right. It says, continuing on, neither shouldst thou have rejoiced over the children of Judah and the day of their destruction. Yeah, they was happy, exceedingly happy. Okay, and their happiness still showed back in the early 1900s when they were sending postcards towards one another.
Yeah.
All right, hanging and lynching the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and like a barbecue, having drinks, putting smiles on their faces. They had a fun time doing that.
Yeah. And you're torturing and mutilating people.
Mm-hmm.
And enjoying it, rejoicing. But that's all going to be turned around. You understand the laws of physics. You understand that every action has an equal or opposite reaction, and that yours is going to be double again. It's going to be double. And it talks about how they that sell them rejoice in the Lord, saying, blessed are we, for we are rich. You rejoice. We just want you to know it. Enjoy it. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Yep.
Because your day is coming. Yeah. You got some more?
Yeah, there's some more there.
Yeah.
Going back to the book of Obadiah in verse 13. Thou shouldst not have entered into the into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yea, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Neither.
And that is what we just brought out earlier. The thief came not but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And that is really going more into depth on your stealing, your killing, and your destroying. So put that out there, it's gonna come right back onto you. As I keep saying.
Kind of continue on knowing. Neither shouldst thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. And I believe we already read verse 15, but I'm going to read it again.
Yeah.
For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head.
A double reward is coming. You're supposed to be our brothers, but we treated us the exact opposite. And so, you got a judgment coming. You got that in
Lamentations chapter 4 and verse 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also.
Daughter of Edom, being the self-proclaimed white man, white people, you're man and woman. And he said, Lord's telling you, rejoice and be glad. Be glad you had an opportunity to rule. Be glad you're in this blessed condition as of right now. It's quickly, as each day passes, it's waning. It's going away. It's really not even, there's no privilege to being an Edomite at this point, but just be happy. Be glad that you've been in that position, but buckle up because it's about to change. The Lord said he's going to take all these curses that have been on us and put it onto our enemies.
Right.
You being the number one enemy, it's going to come right back onto your head.
Mhm.
It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee.
That cup being these curses that are upon us. That cup being all the plagues and everything listed within the Bible. And that's what's not even listed. You're gonna have to drink that cup. It's a law of motion. It's the third law of motion.
That says, thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked.
Yeah, you're gonna be exposed. You're gonna have so much of that you're gonna make dumb decisions. And think about what's your end. Your end involves you taking out yourself. There's that and that's a drunken dumb decision. People you go into these, think of these cold parts of the world. People get drunk and pass out outside all the time and die because they made a dumb drunk decision.
Right.
You're gonna get drunk and send off nuclear missiles onto yourself and die.
Don't get drunk off that vodka.
Yeah, it's gonna have a bunch of vodka, hit the button, and destroy your whole kingdom.
Everything you built.
Yeah, everything. 1 hour. I was watching this documentary about Alaska. It was in Alaska and they're showing the homeless out in Alaska, which seems like the worst place you could possibly be homeless. And they're showing this guy and he was telling this story. He's like, yeah, I got drunk and I passed out, and he was showing his hands. It's just nubs. No fingers, no toes. But you're gonna do way worse than that, Esau.
Yeah.
It's also, they have what's called the Ouroboros, and that's a snake circled around eating its own tail. And that even makes me think that you know you're the snake, because you put that symbol out there all the time, and you're just gonna eat your own tail, all the way.
Right.
All the way.
Verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Daughter of Zion, being the Israelites, the
Yeah.
Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, as well as our scattered. And we're at the end of our punishment. We're almost out of these curses. And the Lord's slowly taking them off of us. We're, even the fact that we're out here shows that He's raising us up, He's putting us into order, and our punishment is almost up. We do have to get through Jacob's trouble, and we do have to get through the MOTB being put out there, and we have to pass this test that's coming on us with flying colors, because you're either right or you're wrong. You either take it and you're going to get destroyed, or you don't, you resist. And if you're of that number, of that elect, you will be delivered if you are an Israelite and of the elect. But there's still some more to come. We still have to watch Babylon go into its destruction too. But our punishment is almost up. But you, daughter of Edom, it's coming on you.
Yep.
Reading on. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
Ooh. And that is, I love the Lord's judgment, because it's really showing that everything you put out there comes right back onto you. It's fun to use Newton's laws of motion, but the Lord has given us these scriptures, the Bible, and He's showed us His judgment. There's in Psalms it says He's. Did you get that? Israel and nation. Yeah, I think so. It's a lot. But yeah, he showed his people, the Israelites, his judgments. And now we understand them. We understand that you don't just go die and go to hell. We understand that you're reincarnated or regenerated, as the Bible says, regeneration. And that's how you actually see his judgments, because you act a fool on earth, or you're good on earth, you die, you go up there and you get your judgment, and it's acted out on the earth, coming back in the third or fourth generation.
I got it. So
Okay.
it was actually in Psalms 147.
147.
Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
So the Lord's got a chosen people, that being the Israelites, and he has opened our eyes and ears to see his judgments and how he plays them out, because he's setting up the nation of Israel to be the judges upon the earth.
Yep.
Therefore, he's going to show us how to judge, and to judge justly, righteously. And he's going to show us one of his greatest judgments ever, by bringing the rulers of this world down. You got anything else?
Unless you want me to go back to Obadiah. There was
Okay.
still some more.
No, I don't got
Okay.
Kind of going back to the book of Obadiah, in verse 16. For as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, and I believe you were just going into that, like he's going to get so drunk to the point he's going to destroy himself. Okay, but so shall all the heathen drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had been, they had not been.
And that makes me think of how the Lord said, he that believeth on me, in truth out of his belly shall flow living waters.
I think that's
The heathen have done the exact opposite, and so they're going to have these be flowing out with death waters, pretty much, because going against the law, statutes, and commandments is death. But following them brings life, and so they're just going to have these. They're going to have these everlasting death waters.
yeah, it's like a stagnant creek that's full of sludge,
Yeah.
and then you got a river flowing full of living waters. That's how the scriptures are.
Yeah. It's just you guys have a different portion than the Israelites, who chose a people. We couldn't help it. You can't help it, and it just is what it is. All these, but you do have to be paid back for what's been done.
Kind of. That was pretty much it on that.
Okay. Well, the water for having me up here. Lord willing, that was edifying, and I'm gonna let the next brother step in.
Kind of. You did good, though. We're gonna go back to that book of Obadiah. Can a brother get Obadiah in verse 10 again? And then can another brother hold Genesis 25th chapter? Because we want to get into, what came about all this. Like, why is Esau so mad? Why is he all in his feelings? Okay, it goes all the way back to the book of Genesis, man. All right. So can a brother get that in Obadiah verse 10? God.
Obadiah verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob.
And he is violent. He's a violent creature. All right. You can tell, because he is in the power seat, the ruler seat. All right. He is the king of this earth right now. What the scripture says, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. So he is the wicked. All right. And it's like a force, or should I say a vibration, that comes down onto the people. And these people acting violent. They don't know peace. All right. That's why, in order to know peace, you got to know Yahweh Shemiah Washad, man. All right. Because he is of peace. He is of comfort. But everybody is following the ways of this devil. Everybody got to have a Glock 9 on them. Everybody got to have an AK. Everybody got to murder, rob, and smoke, and just be a fucking thug and a degenerate, man. All right, you got it up.
This is Ecclesiasticus, known as Sirach, chapter 10, and I'll start verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
See, to receive instruction, that's a blessing, man. Okay, the right instruction, a wise instruction, man. Okay, you can't get a wise instruction from Esau, Edom. All right, the self-proclaimed so-called white man, all right, he's instructed our people to go off continuously to eat pork, all right. And when our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, do go off, he's not here to instruct you on to do the right thing. Nah, man, he just let it happen.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, because he's the devil, man. Remember, he get off on seeing us fall as a nation. All right.
Look what's going on tomorrow. So-called Christmas.
Yeah, man.
They got you Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans in a headlock over this Christmas stuff, and the truth has already been out there. But Esau, he gonna push this out to the end. Cause he gonna, if he knows he's going down, so he's gonna take a few of y'all with y'all, man.
Yeah.
With him.
Yep. And to not instruct us on doing the right things or telling the whole world that, you know what, this image sees your boy Jir, yeah, we can get it right quick.
Yeah, because if I could say, that's what this so-called holiday is based on, baby Jeebus, which we know that Yahweh Shah is born around the time of the Passover. But I'll show you.
Yeah.
They'll still show you this, and y'all bow your head. Just how like they killed you off, and back in the day, now they killing you off to this day.
See, what was Esau's wise instructions on telling us that this was the false image and that he put it up? But he's not going to do that because he gets off once again on seeing us serving other gods, pagan gods, all right, and basically seeing us destroyed and wax worse and worse because he's the devil, man. All right, you can reread your verse. The what?
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered.
He's not prudent at all, man. He's unwise. All right, he's wise to do evil. Therefore, our people follow this devil and continuously to do evil, and they love it. They love going off. They love breaking the laws. All right, they love being atheists. They love being what we call wacky tacky Christians.
Right.
All right, they love being Muslim. Okay.
Yeah.
The one thing they hate is coming back to Yahweh Shemi Shah and worshiping Him only. All right, because they rejected the Lord, man. Therefore, they're gonna be like that, you know, in that deep delusion. Okay.
Right.
Can you get that word off? Instruct.
I got you. This is from the Etaban Online. Instruct is to tell, to inform, to impart knowledge or information.
When was he was going to give us the correct knowledge or tell us about, hey, you know, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, we lied to you. Those are not your real names.
Right.
All right? You're from the tribe of Judah. You're from the tribe of Levi. You're from the tribe of Benjamin. When was the devil was going to do that? He was never going to do that, man. And that goes all the way back to that's a violent act. He want to see us down, man. Okay? Was that it on that word?
No, it's more. Furnished with authoritative direction, to arrange, prepare, to set in order, to inform, to teach.
See, he directed us basically away from the Lord, man. So why did Yahweh Shemi Shah, all right, for our apostles and elders great millstone all the way on down, all right, many are called but few are chosen. He called us to do this work and to know His name, man. Lord willing, we'll be a part of that number to be delivered, all right. But Esau, he directed us to a wrong direction, man. All right, our people went south, our people went left, man. Remember, the scripture says our people are gone away backward.
Right.
Yeah.
Can the brother get that in Isaiah right quick? I believe either is in Isaiah, I believe the first chapter.
Backsliding daughter.
It's the first
Yeah.
chapter.
Around like the fourth verse. Actually, can you go what talks about Osno with his owner?
I got you. Yeah,
Come.
yeah. This gonna go into that. This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. Well, let me go verse 2.
Come.
It says here, Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 2, hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord hath spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
When was Esau was going to tell us that we are those children who's rebelling against the true power, all right, who created the heavens and the earth, man, which his true name is Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, man. All right, it's not Jesus Christ, it's not Ahaya, it's not Yeshua, all right, and any other name, man. It's Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah, okay? You got it up.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
Which represents two simple, dumb-like animals. But even they know their owners, all right? Who possesses Israel? Who owns Israel, okay? Yahweh Shema Shah, we are His people. I'm going to let them go by. All right? So if we've known that we're a chosen nation unto the Lord, okay, he possesses us. All right, the scriptures even says that he looks at us, he looked at us as a delicate woman. There it is right there, man. We're his woman. We're his possession. All right, you got it out.
Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider.
And he knows that. All right, versus the ones who do know, but you still have a lot of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans not considering, all right, the fact that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is about to get busy. All right, the fact that there are the true Hebrew Israelites. All right, the fact that we are in a strange land. All right, and we are oppressed people, man. Okay, but they love it here. All right, they love going to their parties. They love this marrying and giving it to marriage. That's why the scripture says, "As the days of Noah," man. All right, because the Lord's gonna come back. All right, while you guys are getting the sea help, okay, and doing whatever you want to do, the Lord's about to come back and crack these skies and get down on you people, man. All right, but you guys want to love the so-called white man so much. When was he gonna sit down, all right, and broadcast that on the radio and the TV to y'all people, man? But no, he's not gonna do that. But the Lord set up prophets to do it for you, man. But you guys don't want to listen to the prophets.
Right.
Okay, you got it out.
This is Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 4. It says, "Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity."
Laden with the iniquity, man. Ah, sinful nation. That's really how you got to put it, like, man. I got that from this brother Kasha Paul.
Yeah.
You got to put some emphasis on it. Like them people, man. All right, sinful nation. Okay, because once upon a time ago, we was in the same lot as a lot of you people, man.
Right.
All right, docile, not knowing what we was doing out here in the streets. Okay, probably hit lists. I don't know. Okay, I'm speaking on on myself. But the Lord has woken us up out of that state, man. But as for the remainder of you people, it's like, you sinful nation, man. You guys are laden with darkness, evil. Okay? You got it out.
It says, Isaiah 1 and 3, "Ah, sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity."
Whose people? Not no ordinary individuals, man. The people that's on this sign. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right? You guys just here just to be here, man.
Right.
You guys go about this YOLO spirit, okay? You got it out.
Continue on, it says, "A seed of evildoers."
The seed of evildoers, all right? From generation to another generation, continuously. You got it out.
"Children that are corrupters, they have forsaken the Lord. They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are going away backwards."
Going away backwards, all right? So here it is, when the brother brought out the word instructions, can you read the part where it says about the direction? One more time.
Furnish with authoritative directions.
Who's in authority right now? Okay? According to Romans, the 13th chapter, and many other precepts, but who do we have to listen to? The adversary right now. We're under his jurisdiction. We're under his laws. But spiritually, we're following Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that he's the only one that can deliver us out of this confusion land, this confusion of land, this valley of shadow of death, man. Okay? Here it is, the individual who's authoritative, if that's the word, who's an authority, okay? He consistently give us false knowledge. He consistently downgrade us, degrade us. He consistently poison our minds, all right? Having us talk any other kind of ways, all right? But with the Lord, you can learn a level of mannerism. You can learn how to walk within this valley of shadow of death. Speak to others, okay? Learn what Scripture says, learn when to speak. All right. Before you actually speak it, things and such, man. The right things, man, to make you a better man, woman, and child under Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
And that's beautiful you say that, because when you rebel against the Lord, you're going to rebel against anybody else. A lot of people, that's how a lot of you blacks and Hispanics get shot by the police, or you go against authorities that's above you, that the Lord put above you. So you rebel against the Lord, and that gives you access to rebel against these regular local authorities, your boss at the job, the police, and then you wonder why you end up in these predicaments, man, because the scriptures give you a set of conduct, man, how to conduct yourself behind enemy lines.
We are indeed behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
Again, the enemy, he controls all this, man. All right, by the hand of the Lord. All right. You have anything else?
Yeah, a little bit more on
Time,
that.
time.
And it also talks about when the righteous are in authority,
Time.
the people rejoice.
Yep.
But with instruct the last little bit is to build, to erect.
See, to build. But according to the scriptures, who ransacked the temple anyway? Okay, who went throughout the temple and destroyed everything? All right, made things filthy. Who touched the Lord's people? Esau, Edom. All right, that's why the third spiritual temple is of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, it's of the spirit. It's not a carnal thing.
Right.
Because we already know what his blessing that is mentioned in Genesis the 27th chapter, when Esau got blessed with the sword, man, he came out swinging.
Right.
All right, he came out, murdering, giving your money, robbing. The brother just went into it, man. All right, cutting us off with his spiritual sword that he was blessed with, us off of being a nation. Okay, was that it, Tamaya?
Yeah, that was it.
Sorry, you know that.
Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
See, are the people on the side? Matter of fact, even the heathens are going to rejoice, man. But are we in those times yet? No. Look at our people right now. Are you rejoicing in this filthy ass society? On this filthy earth right now, man? You can rejoice in the Lord, okay? But look around you, man. It's all filthy.
Yeah.
Everything's backwards. You have back pains, headaches, you name it.
The energy is low.
Yeah, the energy is low.
Yeah.
Lethargic is contagious out here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Knowing that the enemy
Yeah.
have all types of weapons, all types things to bother you, okay? Sometimes it's kind of hard just to sit down and chill because there's a spiritual tug of war in your mind going back and forth, okay? But with the Lord, man, you could be sober, all right? See, when was this devil going to tell us that? But he wasn't.
Right.
That's why he got to get out of power, and that's why he's going into captivity, man. All right? You got it, Doc.
Time it says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yeah, the people rejoice, man. Okay? And I can humbly say we can still rejoice under Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. It's a glorious thing. It's an honorable thing to be out here, man. All right, with each other, to know the name again, to try to consistently wash ourselves. All right, learning how to send up prayers in the Hebrew, the pure language. All right, repenting, knowing we done wrong. Okay, and here it is. You got the main enemy. He's fiddling his fingers back and forth, pacing back and forth, and he want to kill us, man. Okay, kind of. You got it.
It says, but when the wicked bear rule,
But when the wicked bear rule, didn't I not just mention that the whole earth was given into the hand of the wicked? The wicked is in rule right now. He's ruling over us. All right. That's why everything is being brought out on this so-called devil, white man, which is the devil. Okay, that is mentioned back in the book of Obadiah, man. How his things are brought up and sought up. That's the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua doing that. By the way of his prophets, started with the apostles and elders of the great millstone, all the way on down.
Right.
Consistently blowing that trumpet, consistently being a watchman. All right, we're messengers, man. Okay, and we're here to let you know what's up. Because Esau Edom, the man that a lot of you guys love, all right, so the so-called white man, Whitey, all right, you guys lean upon him and believe in him. But he's giving you false things, man.
They still believe in a white man's gonna come down the chimney and give you Christmas presents.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, he's gonna give you a dip or some coal. All right? Man, that's bugged out. A big ass Easter bunny.
Right.
People collected eggs.
Yeah.
That's all bugged out, man. That's a false reality. That's a delusion.
Right.
Okay? You got it out.
finishing out. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
Yeah, we're mourning. All right, and while we're mourning, we hear sighing and crying and complaining continuously. And according to 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter, he hears us, man. The scriptures also says that our prayers pierce the clouds. All right? So he hears everything and recording everything that's going on right now, man. The scripture says what? His eyes are upon the sinful nation. Can brother get that right quick? I believe in what? Amos?
Amos 9.
Yeah, Amos 9 and 8. All right, fine, got it.
Amos 9 and verse 8. Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom.
Is this place not a sinful kingdom? All right. It's not a cute and beautified kingdom. Hell no, man. It's not a kingdom to where you can just prosper, all right, and follow the Lord. Only the elect is going to follow the Lord at the end of the day. But he has all these little weird laws and jurisdictions to combat that, man. He's the adversary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
All right, he's the opposing force, man.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay? He took the Lord's people and scattered us. All right, therefore, the Lord's going to come back and take this place with violence.
Right.
Since you want to show violence against your brother, right? Well, guess what? The Lord's going to show violence unto you, Esau, Edom. Okay? You got it out.
Behold, the eyes of the Lord are upon the sinful kingdom,
Uh-huh.
and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth.
Did he say that he was going to add on to it and build this, that, and the third to restore something? All right? Did he say that to keep building it and we're going to just be here forever and ever? That this was going to be the kingdom? Nah, man. All right? He said that he was going to destroy it. Okay? He's going to destroy everything that you built up, Esau, Edom. All right? Because at the end of the day, you had the whole earth drunken under your philosophies, man, your false philosophies. Okay? Not giving the people the right directions, as the brother behind the camera beautifully brought up the word instruction, man. Okay? You didn't instruct us to do good, but you instructed us to do evil. All right? And then the people on this song, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you love to do evil, man. That's why, hey, 2/3 shall be cut off and die. Whether you believe it or not, man. Okay? Is that it, no, man?
Saying that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith
Why?
the Lord.
Why? Why is that? Because there is a remnant that's trying their best day in and day out and consistently calling upon Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah and want out this place, man. Okay? But while we're here, we understand that we're going to wait at the same time and be patient. All right? Because the Lord, he did his part, so now, therefore, we have to wait and do ours, man. Remember, vengeance is not ours, man. He's going to come back to avenge us. All right? Up under these wacky-tacky laws, man. All these mingled, religions putting together, man. All right? Come out consistently digging in your pockets, taking your money, whether it be taxes and insurance, this, that, and the third. This place got to go, man.
That's right.
All right? The community, the LB community, all that, man, they got to be wiped out clean, man.
Right.
Because again, it's corrupting our people more and more and waxing them to do wrong, exceedingly wrong every day, man.
Right.
Okay? Is that it?
It's a hard. It goes into what this book is.
Yep, God.
It says, for lo, I will command, and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations.
See, here it is. The Lord is commanding the right thing to do. But you didn't want to command us to do the right thing. You got to get out the power seat, man.
Right.
Okay? You got it out.
Like as corn is sifted in its seed,
Mm-hmm.
yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Time. You can say one.
All the sinners of my people shall die by the sword.
Shall die by the sword. And at the same time, here it is. The messengers, all right, the prophets are back. And we are telling you people that repentance is still here. Okay? Since you want to love the so-called white man so much, he wasn't going to tell you about repentance. All right? Because, hey, according to Genesis, I believe it's in Genesis 25th chapter, where it says he didn't find no repentance. Just roughly paraphrasing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of. He couldn't find repentance. Therefore, he cried there exceedingly, sorrowfully. Okay? Because Esau, as one of the Brother Pasquale always said, he's a whole ass nigga. All right? So he want to cry there bitterly. Yeah, man. Because your spirit's not right. There's nothing right in this devil. What'd you say, y'all?
You want that Genesis?
Yeah, Genesis 25 is. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that anyway. Can you just hold that real quick? You have anything? John, you keep going.
All the people, Salakia, all the sinners of my people shall die by the sword, which say the evil shall not overtake or prevent us.
Yeah. So the things that Esau, Edom, do towards the nation of Israel, all right, towards us, collectively, hey, he's not going to get off on us anymore, man, all right, because our Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, is here for us, man, all right. Remember, there's going to be a standard for us, man. Remember, we're going to get, some of us going to receive spiritual power, all right, whether we're going to heal people or whether we're going to actually destroy people. Believe it or not, man, old and young, we went into that, this brother went into that last count, man. Okay, you got it out.
All right, this is Genesis chapter 27 and verses 37. And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him thy lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine have I sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? verse 38.
Yeah, that's clearly what that's whose blessing is that again? That's Esau's, right?
That's basically going into Jacob's.
Oh,
Jacob's
yeah,
blessing.
this Jacob's blessing. All right,
And
bet.
then, you know, this is Esau's response. This is how he conducts himself nowadays. Genesis 27:38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept.
You know, probably going temper tantrum.
Uh-huh.
Father, please,
Yeah.
bless me, bless me. I heard that you blessed Jacob, but give me something.
Right.
Because you know you screwed up, man. All right? That's why we just read that everything that you have done into the nation of Israel is going to be placed, on your own head, man.
Well, he messed up because he sold his birthright. I believe it's in the 25th chapter,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
can the brother hold Genesis 25? We're going to get into all that. Was that it on that?
And then he played
Yeah, let's
victim.
sit on that.
Yeah, playing victim, as he always do. He's a playful lion serpent, a vagabond, a whole ass nigga. Like I said,
Yeah.
I got you. You got it out.
This is Genesis 25.
Can you start at around verse 22?
Yeah. All right. This is Genesis 25. Yeah. Let's start. Yeah, 22. And the children struggled. Genesis 25 and 22.
Stop at 21. 21.
Genesis 25 and 21. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived.
Giving you the backstory on what's going on why certain things about to play out the way it plays out. Okay, his wife was barren. Okay, and she's like, man, like she basically wanted kids. So Isaac went to the Lord, prayed for her. All right, and fast forward, she's having kids now. All right, you got it out.
Genesis 25 and 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus?
Why am I thus? So it had to be a strong struggle within her womb, all right, that was causing her type of pain and all types of things, man. That's why she's like why? Why is this happening? All right? Even in the womb, we was struggling with these devils, man.
Right.
Okay? Can a brother get that word struggle?
I got you.
Yeah, get that word struggle right quick. All right? So that's a real thing. You don't, when you see people birthing twins, you don't usually hear them say, hey man, you're like, this is crazy, shit going on with me, man. You don't really hear that. But in this case, she was like, damn, like, what's going on? You got it out.
Struggle from the Etamon online.
Mm-hmm.
Wrestle, grapple, contend physically.
Contend physically. That was going at it in the womb.
Right.
Struggling.
They was sparring each other.
Sparring.
In the room, man.
Probably Jacob probably had his feet in Esau's face.
Right.
And then Esau probably was like, man, what you doing? Like, just giving a little funny metaphorical thing, man.
Stay on your side of the womb.
Stay on your side. No, I want this nutrition. No, give it here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it was a struggle. It was a constant battle. It got physical. All right? So you got it out. You can go back to it.
This is Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
2 nations are in thy womb. All right? 2 different souls. And it's going to break it down. You got it out.
It says, Genesis 25 and 23, and the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Yeah.
All right? Can you get that word manner?
Yeah.
The what? You got it out.
Manner from the Etamon online. Kind, sort, variety.
Mm-hmm. Or variety. Basically, it's diverse. 2 different souls. All right? You got it out.
Fashion, method, manner, way, appearance.
So it's gonna. So one's gonna look different from the other. All right. One's gonna have a different mannerisms than the other one. All right. They're different. Okay. You got it out.
Belonging to the hand, from manus hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's about.
Then you said sort, right?
Yeah,
Hey,
sort.
the Lord sorted it out. Like, hey, this is you and this is you. Jacob and Esau, man.
Scripture say where he want to separate the goats from the sheep.
Right.
Yep. Time.
And that could, if I can say, Salaki, that negates that we're all equal conversation. Like years ago at CNN Center, we had that theological asshole that came up. And
EJ Love?
No, it was that tear.
The nigga.
He thought we believe he's a tear. But yeah, yeah, that guy. He couldn't distinguish between that all nations were not created equal. You know, this clearly negates the fact that all nations are created equal.
Well, you got the camera.
Gotcha.
What's this devil? Vocab Malone, Elder Yashua was going into a video of his, and he was speaking about the fact of like, well, if he was, because now they're having to deal with this idea that Esau, Christians used to just dismiss it, you know, like Christian, you know, Esau's just done away with, don't worry about it. But they're having to literally visit it, and he was like, well, if Esau and Jacob came out the womb, wouldn't they look the same, like you're saying? Wouldn't they have more characteristics as the same? But as the brother's going into, the Lord separated it. It's two different manners of people. And what people, if I may throw in there for you, bro, what people fail to realize is that this is the Genesis. This is the beginning. We're going into the history of the beginning of Esau and Jacob. We're 2,000, matter of fact, what am I talking about, 2,000? We're thousands of years removed from Jacob and Esau being born to how much has evolved and developed and changed over the years. So this whole idea that like we're supposed to be like look the same, act the same, talk the same, walk the same, that's BS.
Yeah, like just real quick, man. We at camp here in the fall and the winter time. We all suited and booted. We got winter and fall apparel. Esau walked through the camp with shorts on and a t-shirt.
Flip-flops with no socks on.
Flip-flops with no socks on.
That's a different manner.
That's a different manner, man.
Yeah. Just like the scripture says, till this day he has violence against his brother. That's in his manner.
Yeah.
All right. We're basically a peaceable people. Now there are times where we get down and dirty, but that's just the spirit of this devil, man. All right.
It says manner comes from manus, meaning hand, and it's showing your two hands, the left side and the right side.
Yep. I'm glad you brought that out, brother. See, that's heavy, man. Okay? So these are two different entities, two different spirits, all right? They have their own characteristics. They have their own mannerism, their own way of life, man.
Because it's the Genesis. It's in the beginning, the Lord established, like you said, all the nations, and he put a spirit and a way on all of them. Like you said, you got Jacob. It's not just, you got the Edomites, you got the Israelites, you got the Moabites, the Ammonites, Hamites, and the Lord put a specific manner on all of them. But in the case of Jacob and Esau, the Lord had it with what? Those two nations. Because if you go back if you go a generation prior to Jacob and Esau, you go to Abraham. Out of Abraham's loins came Ishmael and Isaac. Which are two separate nations. It just so happened that the Lord didn't do it where they came out as twins. When the Lord decided to do it as twins, that was just the story of which the Lord decided Jacob and Esau storyline was going to begin, if that makes sense.
The water.
Yeah.
You got continue on.
This is Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, two nations are in thy womb, and two manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger.
Yeah, man. And just throwing it balance, like Esau, he's strong in certain areas that got us over. All right, got over, on us. That makes sense. But we're physically stronger than him in certain areas too. Okay, just throwing it balance. Okay, you got it out. You continue on.
This is Genesis 25 and verse 24. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb.
All right, that looked differently one from another. All right, and it's going to get into it. You got it out.
Genesis 25 and 25. And the first came out red, all over like an hairy garment.
Red. All right, these are the different characteristics. Okay, of two different individuals. All right, the first one came out red all over. Now, if you fast forward in so-called 2023 going into 2024, if you look around you, man, with these people. Now I'm not saying that this is all about skin color. Right. All right, it's still all about the spirit.
But in the beginning, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
God.
In the beginning, it was.
God.
That's why the Lord had it set up that what? This Esau was the first child to come out of the womb to look as such. He was a clean leopard. Everybody up until that time that there was no need in making the distinction that Adam was a dark-skinned person, or that Ishmael was a dark-skinned person, or Ammon and Moab. All of these different individuals, everybody on the earth were dark-skinned. In the beginning, like we got to keep in mind, people lose sight of that. Genesis, in the beginning of it all, right?
Yeah.
The first Edomite was a so-called white person. He was red, as the scriptures say. He had no color, wasted away. He was a Yashai scar, wasted away is he. The water, right? Wasted away. It was the first child to come out the womb to look as such in the beginning. So yes, we know that's why we as the prophets, fast forwarding, we have to give the understanding to the people as you're going into that what? Color is not a thing because of how the intermingling and everything that's happened for thousands of years. But at that point, it was color.
Yeah.
All right, there were no Israelite foreigners yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Jacob's name hadn't even been changed yet.
Right. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Point. Yep.
If I could say that's why Amalek is always desecrating the artifacts.
Uh-huh.
He's like putting some kind of weird shit on the beard, or breaking the nose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to make it look like the ancients weren't dark-skinned people with curly hair.
Iconoclasm.
Yep.
That's why Salaki, bro. I know we'll give it back to you, but that's why to add to what the brother just said, a big point of controversy in the world, even in a historical aspect, are beyond what are the colors of the true Israelites, or who are the true Israelites. Also, who were the true Egyptians?
Yeah.
That point of argument causes a lot of controversy in the world because, like how you said, Esau wants to throw your mind off because it's hard for him to push the idea that the original Egyptians were dark-skinned people, because if you did that, how could the original Egyptians be dark-skinned, very dark-skinned, and the Hebrews were white?
Right.
So what do? Well, that's that racist undertone of what? The original Egyptians are Arabs,
Yeah.
right? Or the original, they'll show you the pictures of certain Egyptians and they look like straight up and down white people, because why? They don't know how to distinguish the time periods. Like I read something a long time ago of how we are so much closer in historical time to ancient Rome than Rome is to ancient Egypt. Does that make sense?
Wow. Yeah.
That's how long ago, when we read the account of Moses and Pharaoh and all of those accounts, that time period is so far removed from where we are today that people get caught up in the history of it. So that's why people will argue, well, no, the Egyptians are not Africans, they're really Arabs. Do you Arabs not come from the fucking Middle East? Right? Slaki, I know I'm long-winded, but dealing with the map of Shem, Ham, and Japhet, right? The so-called Arabs, which is the Ishmaelites, came out of who? Shem. So Shem, traveled towards the Sahara Desert, the Mesopotamian area, Israel area, that's us. Ham went towards what we know now as Africa. So the original Egyptians were Africans, but these points of time, the beginning of it all, the book of Genesis really trips up 99% of all people out here. You got it, brother. I don't want to be, long.
I know, you got it. Yeah, the water. Okay? And it says, came out red all over like a hairy garment, going into his features, because naturally there are hairy individuals, man. All right? And like the brother said, Joshua, all right? Esau, wasted away. Okay? Wasted away of what? Melanin. All right? They had, pigmentation. All right? There was leprosy. Okay? So you got it, brother.
This is Genesis 25 and verse 26. And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Which is symbolic. Okay? Now why didn't it get into the characteristics of Jacob? Because again, at the point of time, at the beginning, it was normal to have pigmentation, melanin.
Right.
All right? You didn't have to say, and he came out regular like everybody else with dark skin. Nah. But it specifically describes Esau, Edom in a way to describe him for a reason. Okay, to let you know who the devil is, who Esau Edom is. All right, and who is Jacob? And it says what he did what to his heel?
It says Genesis 25 and 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Yep, symbolic. Okay, meaning I'm gonna take your position, I'm gonna drag you down, man. Okay, and we're in those times, man. We see Esau Edom rulership falling right before our eyes, man. Okay.
This is Genesis 25 and verse 26, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Con. Can you get that precept right quick?
This is 2nd Ezra 6, and I'll get straight to the point.
You
Verse
put the
8,
jacket there.
and he said unto me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him,
Which we were just reading, okay? The story about Jacob and Esau being born. All right, you got it out.
Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Con, can you read that part one more time?
All right, this is Genesis chapter 25 and verse 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
Which is symbolic, all right? Because we're coming into that time, man. This time that this scripture is going to actually speak about. All right? Is that it?
Continuing on, it says, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Con, now let's go back to him. We read that part, Sean?
2nd Ezra 6 and 8. And he said unto me, Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Yep.
For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed.
Are we not in the end of the world, the latter time? Okay. We're all witnessing Esau's rulership just degrading, all right, collapsing, falling, okay? And soon he's going to be completely taken out of power because of this right here, all right?
Well, that's how you know that through the spirit that the Lord is only dealing with the prophets. You know, this word was written by the prophets for the prophets, because the scriptures say in what? Wisdom of Solomon, the 7th chapter, that what? That you know, King Solomon knew the beginning, the middle, the midst, and the endings of times. And that's you got to be on a high level, whether you be basically on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Honestly, you got to be on a high level to understand the beginning, the ending, and the midst thereof. Most of these people don't even know that, like you said, the average person, none of them talking about the average person. The majority of these people out here have no clue that they're in the ending of it.
Yep.
Because the Lord didn't give the secret of understanding how to, see, like we said, I think we've been saying for a while now, time is really measured. Time isn't measured by the sun. It's not even measured by the sun, really. Time is really measured by prophecy.
Yep.
All right?
Yeah.
That's really the marker of dealing with time. You know, how do we know what time? The scriptures say redeeming the time. How do you, are we redeeming the time by watching the clock? Or,
He said in Sirach 39, verse 1. He said, not looking at a clock.
yeah, we don't know what time we're in behind. Well, you know, it's 3:45 on a Saturday, so it's time. No, that's really commoners' time. That's worker bees are on the beat clock beaters. All right, what do they say? Beating the clock.
But then Esau had this doomsday clock, and this nigga has no indication, because the scriptures say measure out the time diligently, and you measure that according to the scriptures. Esau, I mean, he can twist the Bible up, but you got to have the prophets to give you the right understanding of what's going on.
And that's why, like you said, that doomsday clock, it moves according to what? They listen to what we got to say through the spirit, and then they go back and they look at what's going on, and they be like, oh shit, yeah, we getting close. Because it's not, like you said, the doomsday clock is not based off of fucking, 24 hours in a day.
It's based off of events.
It's based off of events.
Yeah.
You got that precept?
What
What did you quote for?
Sirach 39:1.
Oh, 1. Okay, gotcha. The book of Sirach 39, verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecy.
Yeah, that's why in Job, what is that, 8 and 8? It said that, we search about the ways of our fathers. That's the historical side. The beginning, the midst, and the end thereof. Roughly paraphrased as the scriptures say. That's a secret. It's a secret that, like you say, understand the book of Genesis. A lot of Christians get beat up, or people that deal with the Bible. In my humble opinion, well, I don't even got to go into 3 books. The 2 books that choke up anybody that's if the spirit is not dealing with you in regards to these of the knowledge of the Bible, you're not gonna understand the book of Genesis, and you definitely not gonna understand the book of Revelation. Because to be able to understand, to truly understand the book of Revelation, like the apostle said years ago, the book of Revelation is really a you really got to know the whole Bible to really understand the book of Revelation. So the Genesis is the beginning, and the Revelation, book of Revelation, as we know, is what? Events and things that are to come.
Yeah.
How you gonna know what's to come? As the saying goes in the world, how you know where you're going if you don't know where you came from?
Yeah.
And that's not just simply your ass remembering your roots going back to fucking South Carolina. That's you talking. That's that saying of you not knowing where you going unless you know where you came from is literally redeeming the times of prophecy, man.
Yep.
You got it, brother.
God, you can bring out that precept.
Revelation 19 and verse 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him.
Yeah.
And he said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy.
Yeah. Only men can do that, which are the prophets, okay? They can tell you about certain things or events that's playing out concerning prophecy, all right? In other words, the events is going to play out before it actually plays out, okay? We've been saying, started with the apostles and elders, great millstone, all the way on down. The sea hill, all right, the MOTB, that's literally going to happen. And now people are witnessing in the Whole Food grocery stores, okay? They have like the scanner right there for your hand, all right? And they have many other places like that as well, man. That's prophecy. So we're in a time of prophecy, man.
That's right, brother.
Okay? So since you brought that out, can you take that in Ecclesiastes, 3rd chapter?
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and 1. To everything there is a season.
Beautiful.
Since we was going into times, right? Which basically saying spirit of prophecy, which equates to time. All right? You got it out.
And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die.
And the clock, like the brother was saying, clocks can't tell you, hey man, you know, it's time for him to be born, or it's time for him to die, or
Yeah.
oh, it's time for,
Or it's time to, you know,
yeah.
it's 30 minutes to stopping to embracing people. We're 30 minutes away from that. Come on, man.
Yeah, so it's not talking about an actual clock. Like the brother was going into, it's prophecy, man. All right, to discern the times that we're living in. Okay, you got it out.
That's right,
Says,
brother.
a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
All right, and way back, you know, America was planted. All right, through rape, rob, or murder. All right, can the brother get again Nahum 3, starting from the top, just to bring that out right quick.
All right, this is let's see, Nahum chapter 3 and verse 1.
Because the scriptures also it mentions fields a lot, all right? And it talks about the vineyards, things of such. But in this case, you know, here it is at a certain time or a moment, America was planted, right? And it grew into an ugly, sinful tree.
Yep.
And now it's time for that tree to be plucked up, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Was that Joel 3 and 13?
Yep.
The fruit is the scripture say what? Told the angels to stick the sickle.
Yep.
For the
Yeah.
time is right. Like how you said, it was planted, and there's a specific time. Clearly, this place is not fully ripened to the point where the Lord wants to bring that destruction in. It's still ripening.
Yep. You know, God. It's still, yeah. And through that ripening, it's still what? More prophecies have to happen for it to become right.
That's right.
Basically. The brother, you know, people can get that drift. You got it out.
This is Nahum 3 and 1. Woe to the bloody city, it is all full of lies and robbery.
And that's what this certain plant has came out to be. Full of lies, full of robbery, full of bloodshed, which is operated by who? Esau, Edom.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
So now let's go back to that Ecclesiastes 3rd chapter.
It says, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted.
Little
A time to
chocolate
build
plant.
and a time to build. A time to break down and
Yeah.
a time to build up.
Are we not
Little
witnessing
Richard
the
voice.
breaking down of Esau's system? The breaking down of Esau's ways
Yeah,
and
man.
his system and his laws, okay? Everybody's starting to make videos on this devil. We're living in those times, man, according to prophecy, man, okay? You got it, huh?
Well, that's why, like you said earlier, you know, the people are, you brought out Proverbs 29.
Mm-hmm.
The people are not rejoicing, they're vexed because you're vexed. Like, let's just use a simple analogy of you see a woman online, right? There's a term called catfishing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see a woman's profile and you're excited. You're looking forward to meeting her. She's beautiful, everything that you desire. But then you meet her, and it's another chick, and you would be what? Vexed. You feel like you wasted your time. You would feel defeated, and that's what people are realizing. Matter of fact, can I get a scripture? Go to Revelation. Go to Revelation. What is that? 17 or is that Revelation 18 about the harlot? 17. Get that real quick, because that's what people are waking up to. The nations were drunken because from a distance, at one point, America was the baddest bitch. She was a baddie, sexy.
Called it the Golden City.
Golden City, all of those things. So until you get here and you're in the midst of it, and you realize that this is a disease, canker sore, herpes on the face, dirty bitch, a whore, right? Go ahead with that. We'll let the scripture speak.
All right, we're going straight to the point. Revelation 17:4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Verse 5. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth.
Yeah. So like the scriptures say, this woman, which is really America, because there is no such thing as America. America is simply Babylon the Great in the scriptures, is likened unto a woman that is decked out in all of these different, expensive garments, expensive clothes, expensive colors, jewels, the whole nine. But with anything, if you deal with women, sometimes you meet a woman that you're feeling and you like, she's beautiful, the whole nine. Even on the internet, you might see a woman that you find like, damn, this bitch is bad, she's beautiful. Then she opens her mouth or she starts talking, and then you're just like, man, fuck, man.
She fucking ruined it.
She just ruined it. All the attraction, all the the fantasy that you had created in your mind is destroyed because you realize this bitch is a whore. She's just a slut. and we talk a lot of shit when it comes to these women, but we've all experienced that. There's some woman somewhere, whether it be in person or on the internet, that you've had a crush on, right? And then you realize this bitch done been ran. This bitch done had trains ran on her. She done been slutted out from the East Coast to the West Coast. You're not just gonna act like, it might be 99 women that you be like, man, whatever. But it be that one that be like, God damn, kind of hurt.
If I could say that's one of the biggest, at least for me, that was one of the biggest trip ups in Babylon the Great, man. That shit, like, when I realized that all these fucking women are basically whores, I was like, God damn, man.
You don't take that on the chin like, hey man, you know what?
Yeah.
I accept it. You know what I'm saying? These women whores. I'm cool with that. That's cuck, simp. That's weak nigga energy. That's Esau. Because Esau, like you said, according to Sirach, the 10th chapter, the way that he is the way that these people are going to be.
Right.
So because of his energy, that's why these women are out of order.
Yep.
They're headstrong. They're rebellious. They have no accountability. They have no work ethic. They have none of these things because this is the spirit of Esau on them.
And they sink.
Yeah, they're whores. All right, they're harlots.
Independent.
Yeah, the independent woman is a harlot. You can't be a wife is not an independent woman. Okay? Any more of that revelation, I'll throw it back to you.
This is you got it back. We're gonna get a couple more now. You got it.
Proverbs 3 and 4. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance.
It says Sirach 3 and 4, right? I mean, Ecclesiastes, you said Proverbs.
Yeah.
It says, a A time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance.
My shit's
A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together.
What the Lord is doing spiritually, all right? Scripture talks about how David's throne is going to be restored, okay?
Yeah.
And also those souls represent lively stones, all right? Which are who? The prophets, the elect, okay? What you guys see, okay? You got it out.
A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing.
It's time to embrace this truth. The scripture says be rooted and built up, okay? And embrace whatever comes with it. Endurance, okay? You got it out.
A time to get and a time to lose.
It's time to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, right? And get the fact that, you know, we up next, okay? And also get the fact that Esau is falling, all right?
Right.
He's going to be plucked up, his rulership. You got it out.
A time to keep and a time to cast away.
Yeah, cast away that old man, purge it out. Cast away everything you once knew about this place because it's all filled with lies, man.
Oh, but you know what, brother, if I may say? Time.
Back to the whole thing of time. The thing about what like you said, these people, they don't realize. If you understand, I was going to say, I only spoke on 2 books, but this is now the 3rd book I was going to throw in there. The book of Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Daniel is another book that gives you a reference to time,
Yeah.
right? Because like you said, the average person out here, if they understood a certain level of, if they really understood what was that devil that said that an education in the Bible,
I think it was Teddy Roosevelt.
Teddy Roosevelt, I believe it said that basically that if you have an education in the Bible, it's basically better than any education you could get anywhere else. Roughly paraphrase it.
Mm-hmm.
But because why? If you understand the book of Daniel, if you understood the breakdown, if you understood to break down Daniel, you don't even got to do Daniel 11, but that's a good one. You're right. But if you understand Daniel 2,
Yep.
Daniel 7, Daniel 8 and 9 a little bit, those break down the times that you're in. We've already experienced the Babylonian Assyrian captivity. We already experienced the Medo-Persian Empire. We already experienced the Greek. Yeah, right here. We've already been through the gold, the silver, the brass, the iron. We're in the iron mixed with clay. This is time. All right. Matter of fact, get another scripture for me. Go to I want to say go to Hebrews 1:1 through 2, and then go to the blue letter and get the Greek for words. Because most people don't know what time, like we say, do you know what time it is? Most people don't have a clue what time they're living in because they don't properly understand history. They just look at America like, well, this is a good place. We're here. There's food here. There's cars. And this place will just go on for this happily ever after forever. No, nigga. There was an appointed time for this kingdom to rule because there was an appointed time for other kingdoms to rule. But people are so, God bless America and nobody else, spirited, the Babylonians, that they think that this place has been ruling forever and will continue to rule forever.
Right.
America's only a couple hundred years old.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right, you got that, brother?
You got it, bro.
The Most High, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets.
By the prophets. The prophets. Sorry, my throat bothering me. The prophets are the ones that let you know what time it is. We're the ones that came out here starting with our apostles and elders. Matter of fact, I might step in, but well, hold on, you can stay right there. I'll step in a second. Oh, you about to step out? Or? Well, I stepped in. Somebody get Obadiah 1. Yeah, get Obadiah. Matter of fact, you read? Get Obadiah to 1. Obadiah 1. We're still in where we at? We was reading Hebrews 1. Yeah, and let's go to Obadiah as well. But we'll continue with reread what was the first one we called? I know we just switched it all up.
I got something for you.
Yeah, read what you got, and also we're gonna reread
what did I call? Hebrews 1. Hebrews 1, and then we're gonna go to Obadiah. But read what you got.
Second Ezra, since you're talking about time. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 9. It says, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
Now, we can't go into the blue letter. That's what I'm trying to prove.
Yeah.
Go to we're gonna get that. We're gonna get the word there. I bet it's the same word in Hebrews, but at the end of the world there, when you know, there's different words for world. You have cosmos, which is when you go into John 3:16. God so loveth the world that he gave his only begotten son. That there, the word there for world is cosmos. But like I said, if somebody would get the blue letter, if you could get the blue letter of Hebrews 1 and 2 of the word worlds, I'm pretty sure it's eon. Because when you read Daniel the 7th chapter, that's dealing with eons. That's dealing with times. That's dealing with ages.
Well, like I say, with the precept I just read, you think about, like you said, we're watching events, we're watching the prophecies and things, you know, the earth happen. That's how we judge the time that we're in, right?
Yes.
Well, 70, 80 fucking years ago, white man wouldn't allow this to happen. So that goes to show that his power, he's running out of power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So his position of being the top dog is coming down.
That's why we're gonna read Obadiah, which is gonna go into what? There was a time where the Lord said he would start bringing him down. Okay. So you got you was done with yours?
Yeah, that was it.
Will you read that in Malachi and then get the word for world? I'm sorry. I'm tripping. My faculties is all over the place. Like Hebrews.
Hebrews chapter 1, verse 1 says, God who at sundry times in diverse manners spake in the time past unto the fathers by the prophets. Verse 2, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the world.
The worlds, and what is it? You got the
This is the word for world. It says eon, forever, an unbroken age. I think perpetuity of time.
Yeah, like the continuation of time, an age. All right. Matter of fact, real quick to prove that, go to Matthew 24 and verse 3 and see what it says there for the what shall be the end of the world. You go to that too. Yes, please.
Matthew 24 and 3, and he sat, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
And what shall be the sign of the end of the world? What's the word there for world, please?
That's it.
The word for world is the same word.
Eon. So the scriptures there is saying, what shall, he was asking them, what shall be the end of the age of Esau? Which links up with what? What you just read in 2nd Ezra 6th chapter for Jacob. But Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning that followeth, which is the age of, which is basically the age of Jacob. And the age of Jacob is a forever and ever kingdom. It's not. It has no end to it. Okay. But all of these other nations, going back to the sign what the brother was holding up during the time of Daniel's vision, they had their eon. They had their age of which they ruled. Were they short ages? Absolutely. They weren't long. Like I think what is it? The Roman Empire might have been the longest of all of them. See the time periods. Yeah, give or take. Yeah. All right. Each age, these are ages, rulerships, and like I was saying earlier, for time, the measuring of time, we've already gone through all of this.
Right.
We've completed the gold. We've completed the silver. Brass is completed. Okay, iron is completed. Now we're in the 10 toes that are iron mixed with clay. That's where we are, which is the EU and NATO, the beast, the fourth beast,
Which is Roman king.
which is that womb that was healed, that deadly womb that was healed, which is the Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire being resurrected, which we know today as America. All right, or not really America, but you know the whole system of Edomite nations that make up the ancient Roman Empire in today's time. All right, that's how we know time. But if you just a simple bird brain American thinking that, well, you know, 2024 is going to be here in 10 days. 10 days is going to be New Year, New Me.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fucking idiot.
Yeah. If I could say, Esau uses time to manipulate the people.
Yep.
You know.
Matter of fact, somebody get that in Daniel 7. Get that in Daniel 7 and 25.
Mm-hmm. He uses it to push a lot of haste on the people. Like it's kind of like it's kind of like a taskmaster in itself.
Yes.
You know.
Time is a demon of itself.
Mm-hmm.
Especially by these Edomites.
Yep.
Like what the fuck is this? There's nowhere in the scriptures a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Right.
Saturday.
It's all pagan.
Daylight saving time.
There's none of that.
Yep.
And these days come with demons on them.
Right.
Think about it. You wake up Monday morning. What? You already in a bad mood.
Right. Just because it's Monday.
Yeah.
Just because it's Monday. What the hell is a Monday?
All right. It's psychological.
It's psychological.
Yep.
A hump day is Wednesday.
Yep. Friday is time to get drunk day.
That's right. Saturday is going into this Saturn worship.
Oh, yeah.
Satan's worship. Satan's day.
Friday's Freya.
Yeah.
Thursday's for Thor.
Oh,
See?
yeah, I know.
Wednesday's Woden's day.
Yeah.
I think
For
Monday is
Odin.
Mars.
Yeah. Or
See?
the moon. Yeah.
Is it? Either way, it's these days are giving creed to different deities that ain't got nothing to do with us or the scriptures. Okay, you got something?
Yeah. With the word world in the etymon,
Mhm.
it's a compound phrase.
Oh shit.
And so it says it's a compound of, and this is from the Old English, a compound of wer, W-E-R, which means man, and then it also says to see viral, like virility, and then all, A-L-D, which means age. Man age. The
Man
world means man age, or comes.
Because
It's a compound word.
ages are created by different men in time of history.
Yeah,
Alexander the Greek, or Alexander the Great, as they know him in history, was what? He brought in that age of Edomite rulership. That's why the scriptures let us know, like we were saying in the book of Maccabees, that what? Alexander the Greek, the son of Philip the Macedonian, overtook that land, and that's what began what? Was it the brass? No. Yeah, the brass, part of the statue. Right? Gold, silver, brass. Yeah,
You got it.
yeah, brass, like
Mhm.
which, see, and Alexander the Leopard is on that. Alexander the Greek's on that. He brought in, like you said, that man brought in the age of the brass.
Yeah,
And this is how we know time right here.
that's right.
If you don't understand this, you don't understand time.
That's right.
That's how serious it is.
Most of these people in the earth are stupid.
And they're stupid.
Yeah.
Like I said, you got niggas right now on planet Earth in America. 10 days. And New Year, new me.
Y'all niggas think 2024 is gonna be sweet.
Well, we're here to tell you that hey, what are we here to do? Is prophesy bad times that are coming.
Willingly, man, it gets bad quick.
Because really, that's what we are. Really, through the Spirit, you know, we're weathermen, but we're also really we're timekeepers. Through the Spirit, we're spiritual timekeepers. Yeah, Chronicles. Yeah, the Book of Chronicles. That's the Book of Chronicles gives us a breakdown. Matter of fact, go to somebody get Job. I quoted it earlier, but get Job 8 and 8. Chronicles. That's a beautiful point. The Book of Chronicles. You know, you had, what was that, the last Mortal Kombat 11, you had Chronos.
Yeah.
You know, she was a god, she's basically a god of time. Matter of fact, I know I caught, and also get Daniel 7 and 25 as well. All right, you got yeah, go ahead with the Job.
Job chapter 8, verse 8 says, "For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age."
Ooh, you hear that? It's lucky I got, you know.
It's all right.
Job 8:8, for inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to search, to the search of their fathers.
See, that's why, brothers, we're exhausted in ways that we can't even comprehend, because we live vicariously.
Mm.
We live in the past, we live in the now, and we're living in the future as well.
Mm.
We're being pulled in so many different directions, because just as much as we gotta be occupied in prophecy moving forward, we always gotta go revisit the ancient of times to what? How would Abraham deal with this? How would Job deal with this? What did Isaiah say about this? What was Ezra saying about the times that we're in?
Mhm.
We're literally, like I said, we're spiritual timekeepers. You got something, bro?
I do.
Yeah, bring it up.
Well, how did you know? How Esau, he likes to manipulate the times.
Yeah.
He likes to confuse the people, talking about, you know, the world was started billions of years ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, that in itself. So to have this truth, you can really calibrate yourself to what the fuck is really going on. You know, like that really gives you a sense of foundation and
Stability.
stability.
Yeah, as the scriptures say, wisdom, knowledge shall be the stability
Kind.
of thy times. Us knowing what we know stabilizes us.
Yes.
See, the scriptures speak about the fact that, you know, we're perplexed, but we're not despaired, because we're in a very puzzling time right now. But we're not in despair, because these people are in despair. They don't know what time it is.
Right.
They have no clue about where this place is going, how little time this place has.
Mm.
See, the concept of the day is time, but these people don't know what time it is. They're thrown all. Matter of fact, get Daniel 7:25. We'll go ahead and clear that off the book, because they don't get it. Like you said, Esau we'll tell people, well, the earth is give or take a couple, maybe 10,000+ years old, give or take a little bit more than that.
Mm-hmm.
That's far-fetched and hard for these regular people to comprehend, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then Esau can get on a documentary and throw fucking Morgan Freeman talking over it,
Yeah.
and he'll tell you that the earth is 100 trillion years old.
That shit. You don't even want to start with that, like.
And niggas eat that shit up.
Right.
Bring it. You got the Daniel way with the day.
Daniel 7:25, and he shall speak great words against the Most High,
Mm-hmm.
and he shall wear out the saints of the Most High. That's another indicator of the time that we're in. Brothers is fucking worn out, man.
Oh yeah.
Babylon is kicking everybody's ass,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Nigga wasn't worn it. Nigga, man, shit wasn't this worn out 10, 20 years ago. Niggas had energy, livelihood. They were livelier, or however
Yeah.
you say it. They had more vigor to them.
Bigger. Yeah. Absolutely.
More get up about them.
Yeah. Get up
Regular,
in the
just every
spunk.
old man strength, spunk.
Nigga had some.
More drive.
Yeah.
And like you said, man, in 2023 going into 2024, days away so-called, man, niggas is worn the hell out.
Brothers is tired, man.
And you know what that does? Go ahead, brother.
But we gonna be tired, but we still gonna push for the Lord.
Of course.
Always.
Because we understand what time. We're redeeming the time. You know, but like you said, these people are worn out because, and that's another level of, like you said, manipulating the times.
Mm-hmm.
Keeping you in a perpetual place of working.
Yeah.
This devil don't give you people a chance to, or all of us in that matter, to have a chance to really redeem the time.
Mm-hmm.
How the hell you gonna be able to redeem the time when you always chasing trying to pay the rent on the first?
You on that hamster wheel, man.
A lot of people don't got the time to, man, you know how, that's why it's really the spirit why we're able to do what we're doing. It's not of us.
Really wicked work.
Yeah, come on, man.
I have to work.
Right. That don't make no sense.
They make you use your vacation time.
Gotta work.
Sick.
Good time.
That's wicked.
Some bullshit, man.
You know, like you said, you think about time. I did a lesson about a week or two, a few weeks ago about being overworked. Man, of all of developed countries in the world,
Man.
we work the most.
Yeah, we got countries out there that's free healthcare.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about, you know, these third world, you know, bullshit ass, you know, countries that are beat up. I'm talking about developed.
Switzerland.
Yeah, we work the most out of all
They
people.
got 4-day work weeks mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't work 7 days a week on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
That's only here in America.
They have certain places around the world have a cap on how much you can work.
Yeah.
How about that? You want to say something,
I
bro?
think in that lesson that you mentioned, I believe you said even in the medieval times,
yeah.
we didn't like slaves. Peasants did not work that much as we do here in America.
Peasants only work, they say, about 150 days of a year's time. That's how much the average a peasant would work. 100. Cause we've been talking about peasants for a while. Like, man, peasants ate better than us.
Man, that's some bullshit, man. America's some bullshit, This is another indication of how, being American is not a nationality. Because these other governments that are developed, like you're saying, actually care about the people because they're actually British. That's an actual look.
Yeah, exactly.
That's actually a nationality. They're actually Swiss. They're actually Australian. Being American, that's not a true nationality. It's just
That's
everybody. That's why it talks about it in Ezekiel as a melting pot.
Melting pot.
Everybody
Yep.
from everywhere is here. Nobody
to be slaves.
to be slaves. So, of course, the government of America is not going to care about its people and whip the whip harder and tighten the chains tight.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But I have a precept for the
Okay, bring it out, bro.
for the time. So going into time.
Mm-hmm.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and verse 16. It says, For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Alright?
You can break it down.
Sure. So I'll reread. Verse 16 says, For yet greater evils, so bad times.
Ill time.
Because that's what the word evil means. Bad and evil. Bad time. We're going into time. So using the word evil is speaking about a period of time as well. So it says, For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Now it's saying shall be greater evils that you have seen. So you've seen bad times, and greater ones are going to come hereafter. So it's speaking about another time that's to come. All right. Verse 17. It says, For look, because we're talking about world. It says, For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So it's telling you that bad times are gonna come worse than what you've seen. The bad times or the age that you're in, the evil that you've seen is gonna come hereafter to this world. All right, and it says what shall be weaker through age. We're in a weak eon right now.
Yes.
I text the brother Tavin Bond today, and he has sent pretty much. There's some war games going on in the city right now, and pretty much I think some of America's allies, I forgot who they were, left them high and dry. And one precept in the book of Daniel just came to pass big time. And I sent him a message back. I was like, it's kind of tough being a warrior in a soft ass society because we're in a weak eon. We're in a weak fucking time here. Age, it's irritating.
Because you know why? Because see, the Lord, and this is why a lot of people are drowning in this age, because the Lord set it up to be so. The Lord changed what it means to be strong. See, if you, like you said about, to answer your point about, if you're, like a lot of Jake and these other camps, they're still trying to be that idea of what an Israelite is from ages ago. Big, I'm bad, I'm mad, I'm a a lean fighting machine. And you're gonna lose this war if you think that's what it's all about. This war is spiritual. It's all mental.
I don't understand. Evolution.
Yeah, the Lord has evolved what it means to be in these things in a way where this fight is in your head. We're in the Hunger Games right now, but it's a mental game of surviving and continuing on. That's why, like you said, I posted in the group about a week or so ago. Ain't nobody posting these. Ain't nobody excited about next year. People are are dreading what the next 12 months have to come for them. They're not looking towards and I'm gonna and then I'm gonna flip this, and I'm gonna flip that, and I'm gonna flip this, and then I'm gonna go here, and I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna bring it up.
Revelation 11 and 14. Select. This is Revelation 11 and 14. And the reason I'm bringing this out is because everyone has this spirit right now. I don't care if they're wicked or heathen or whatever.
Yeah.
This is Revelation 11 and 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe comes quickly. That spirit was heavily pushed out January 1st, 2020. Because everyone's, because when you look into that word woe, it means alas, and it means,
Destruction.
it means grief, or pity, or it means concerning. War brings a concern onto everybody. So nobody's excited for the next year to come because they know all it's going to be is war. So everyone's concerned.
Redeeming the time.
If I finish this.
Yes, sir.
2 Ezra chapter 14 and 17, it says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, which we got the understanding of that now.
Yes, sir.
It says, so much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. So these two verses in Revelation 2 Ezra 14 is speaking about time period. And knowing, just like the captain's going into, you're not going to understand that unless you understand the time period you're in. We're in a weak age, like this is speaking about.
Look at the military.
Right.
Like you said, look at the U.S. military. You got fat hoes in the military. You got nigger women in the military. You got trannies in the military. You got open gays in the military. However we feel, this is your representation of your. Like I think we went into at one point a parade. A parade is an actual military activity. When you see a parade is supposed to show the strength of that nation. These are
North Korea, China, and Russia. They do it. They don't have a Macy's fucking.
Yeah, they don't got men dressed up as drumettes twirling a baton in the fucking air in the front of it, man. Like you said, that's a sign. The fact that we see people from a weak angle shows us the times that we're in.
Violence will increase.
I think sorrows or something.
This 2 Ezra 14 and 17 says, for look how much the world shall be weaker through age, so much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein.
Yeah, so like the brother just read, if you look at the place, like leaving your fucking house is a flip of a coin, man. You don't got the law with you. You don't know if you getting back to the house. These people, that's real. They cold, man. They cold-blooded out here. They getting evil and evil. Cold-blooded. More and more evil. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell how people drive. You can tell how, how on edge people are in these stores. You know, I remember when I started this job last year, one of the guys that was working there, he was like, yeah, man, we always got to keep the doors locked. He was like, man, too many killers going on around here. I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? But still, that's just like you said, it just goes to show you the times that we're in. Because the scripture say in Matthew 24 that it's the beginning of sorrow. Right? But it's just the beginning. It's going to get worse. Because like the brother just read that scriptures as a heavy scripture. I give a good example of that is, okay, you're from Texas. In Texas, they have a thing I believe is it's called mutual combat, right? Yeah. Which basically in Texas, me and you, we have an issue with each other. We can literally right here, we can agree upon, hey, I agree to mutual combat. Am I correct with that? Where we can agree in the middle of the streets to, hey, I don't like you, I agree, we could fight right here, and you agree, and we could just tussle in the streets, and the police can't arrest you. Because see, acts like that really are ancient world duels.
Yeah,
that's duels, and that
steps
energy is the old world way of handling conflicts. Like I forget, there's different cultures where they meet once a year. I think in Gadite, in different Gadite tribes, they would have once a year where if you had a dispute with a person, they would meet and they would bang it out, fight each other. But in this world is so weak, everybody, why is gun violence at an all-time high? Because niggas ain't trying to go the way of tussling or wrestling or fighting or taking an ass whooping. So they run to being extra violent. That's why you have so many. That's why you got so many shootings on the news every day. Because niggas ain't trying to go the tough route.
Yeah, if I could
Of
say,
course.
remember time when we was coming up, they say, meet me on the playground, fucking 4:30 after school.
That shit don't exist no
And that
more.
shit actually happened back in my day, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and you fucking fought it out.
Yeah.
That shit don't happen. Yeah.
That
don't
shit
hap-
don't happen now.
But
If a nigga got an issue with somebody and you put hands on them and it's embarrassing, you better wear a bullet. You better move.
Or they'll sue you.
Right.
The video you sent me, my man Duke. He was like,
Yeah.
fight.
Yeah.
You gonna get too much embarrassment because of the internet.
Yeah, niggas gonna pull out their phone, record you.
Yeah.
They gonna yell world star over it, and you gonna be looked at like you a bitch for fighting
And they gonna
for
destroy
the rest
you
of your life.
before you
So therefore, like you said, this age is weakening men in such a way. The we can stick to the military. Nobody wants to join the military anymore.
Sucker if you did.
But you know what? It used to be a time where there was great honor in men joining the military. That ain't so anymore because we're in a very weak place.
Speaking of weak place, people have been taking these soldiers been taking to TikTok to complain about the food and the conditions of the military, man.
Which only weakens their stance at being, as the brother said, the warriors of this place. So ill times, bad times, evil times are coming to this place behind the weakness of everybody. Of course, yes, please.
So this ties it all in together. 2nd Ezra chapter 14 and 18, it says, "For the truth is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand, for now hasteth the vision to come, which thou hast seen." So yeah, truth is the exact opposite of evil. Evil brings bad times. Evil is, bad times brings confusion. Or confusion brings bad times. Since the truth is so far led away, that's what you get, evil times.
Yep. Because you look at our women. Look at women and children. Women and children are the most vulnerable of any society, of any gathering, correct? And what's going to occur? Because of the weakening of the nation, the age of this weakened society, women, which props women up to be in a position. See, at all ages of old, women were not propped up the way that they are in this society. So what is that doing? It's putting them out in a position that can only hurt them. See, like we've been talking about for the longest here. You women are going to learn the hard way why you should have a husband, or B, you should have be with a man, and that man should have multiple wives. These are all lines of protection for the women and children that's not there no more. Right. So who's going to be the first one to be effed over when the society really goes to the dark side? Women and children. Of course.
What you just said is good. I want to break it down in economy fashion. So you have man, woman, and child. The woman would be considered the middle class. Okay? So when you look at any society or any economy that crumbles, what's the first thing that crumbles first? If your middle class crumbles, the rest of your economy is fucking through, because it's going to be extreme, two extremes. So you got your husband, he's the higher of the upper class.
Yes.
Who controls the society, money income, provides.
The oligarchy.
The oligarchy. Then you have the woman, which is the middle class, who keeps, it's almost like a backbone, who keeps things.
She's a citizen.
A citizen, exactly. Who keeps things sturdy, you could say. And then the children, which would be the lower class, who are the needy. Okay?
That's real.
Which depends on the middle class doing well and the upper class providing for the middle class.
That's real.
Yeah.
So if you have a shitty ass fucking wife, or women in general,
yeah. Done.
Society is gonna fall, and that's exactly what we see. The middle class of our women on this sign has fallen. Okay, therefore the Israelite man is in the position that he's in now, because our helpmeet is not being a helpmeet. The only thing she has to do on the earth is be a helpmeet. Can't do it.
She helps to keep you down.
Yeah.
She's helping in the destruction of you. But that's why the scriptures say what? rise up ye women that are at ease.
Yeah.
And you know, the Apostle Tahar gave us a better understanding of that, speaking of Babylon the Great as that woman that is at ease. But the energy of which Babylon the Great, that harlot, has pushed, the mother of harlots, has pushed on all women, is to be in a position of ease.
Yeah.
This time we're in is not a time of ease at all. That's why, like you said, these economical positions that the Lord created for all of us to be in for protection, our people run from. So when this place really crumbles and the bad times come, the first that's going to be hurt is the women and children. They're going to crumble quick and hard, man. You got a lot of these complexes and buildings and neighborhoods that are majority women and children. They're going to get ran through. A couple men.
That's gonna be the easiest thing in that day. Somebody to kick that door and knock that woman over.
And her children.
But yeah, but it'd be a different story if it was what? Let's just say it was you, your wife, a couple wives. That's a lot of eyes and ears. It'd be harder to infiltrate your matter of fact, somebody, I looked this up the other day, get the etymology of family. Because like what you just said was really heavy, because really women are servants unto our family. That's the economic order of which the Lord, for their own protection. You join a man, which is his family, and you serve the purpose of his family. But what this weak age has done is told women that they're strong. Your strength as a woman comes from you actually being vulnerable and weak to your man. Our strength comes from where? The scriptures say what? Though thou art weak, thou art strong, Yahweh Shai. Our weakness, even though we are weak, our strength comes from what? Leaning on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, precept for you.
You got it? Go ahead. And then get that word family as well. Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Matthew 12 and 29. Or else how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house.
And that's going into that, the weakening of the nations. Esau has weakened our people in such a way that, like the scriptures that you just read, the strong man is bound up. Because like the saying goes, if you clip the head, the body will fall. The head of the household is what? The man. So the men of our nation are supposed to be heading something. The men of our nation aren't heading shit. They're like you said, they're supposed to be a high class citizen of your nation, but they've turned in their card of regalness, right, to be basically lower class citizens. Like the scriptures say, our men we're beneath the children.
Yeah. They use the woman to bind the strong man. You know, like all these men are chasing after the woman. Yes, that's it.
That's how we know what time we're in. Because this wasn't occurring to the extent that it's occurring today in the Greco-Roman Empire, in the Medo-Persian Empire. Hell, when you read about the Medo-Persian Empire, that's where you get the story of Esther, where you get the account of, what was it, Vista? Where the wife of the king, of Xerxes' wife, basically talking shit, and his counselors or whatever, men around him told him like, man, you gotta handle this, man.
Fucking up the rest of our bitches.
And your wife gonna corrupt our wives, and then our nation gonna get corrupted. How much more today? You thought you were gonna have something, Esau? These women are corrupted, man. Matter of fact, if somebody hold Amos 7 and 17, but you got the word family, whoever got it, just go into it.
This is the word family. Now, this is early 15th century. Servants of a household, family servants, domestics collectively, servants of in a household, members of a household, the estate, property.
Yeah, because who is, the scriptures say what? When you get thee a wife, you get thee a possession. A wife, like Apostle Tahar had to go into earlier in the week, basically a woman's purpose. A woman's purpose is to be your property. That's your property. If you offended in that, you were part of the reason why Esau is actually going to be able to bulldoze and say it again, and penetrate our nation so easily.
Violate.
Yeah, he's going to easily do it because why? You're against the structure of which the Lord established for us to be. Matter of fact, if somebody also get Amos 3. I know I said Amos 7 and 17, but go to Amos 3 and 1. Because to be a part of a family, we're part of the Lord's family. And what are we as Israelites? Servants. We serve the Lord because we are part of his family. Go ahead with that.
Amos 3 and 1 says, hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, verse 2, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities.
There we go. So that's why we are known as, and we don't got to get it, but it's at Jeremiah 6. We're a comely, we're a comely wife unto the Lord, because the word wife means what? Female servant. We are servants. We're serving the family of Israel, which is the Lord put his name on us. It's the same energy with the women of our nation. That's why you have a first, like through the spirit, basically what we're cutting is Captain Cesariak's pandering prophecy.
Right.
Okay? Now, nothing stronger than, the only thing stronger than the Most High is woman's. What? You niggas are stupid. Like I said, when you just simply look up a word as simple as family, who served, where does the family name come from? Scriptures tell us. Go to Numbers 1:18. Yeah, go to Numbers 1 and 18 real quick. Because when you, the family is established by the man. This is all a form of protection. The daughter, you have daughters, your daughters is in her father's home until she reaches an age, and then she leaves her father's home, and then she goes to her husband's home, where she's always in a position of protection. That's where that comes from. All right, you got that?
This is Numbers chapter 1, verse 17. It says, and Moses and Aaron took these men, which are expressed by their names. It says, verse 18, it says, and they assembled, Numbers 1 and 18, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers.
That's where you get your family from. See, it said families. See, you get your family because even when you're a son, like the scriptures speak about King David. Before King David was King David, what was he known as? Oh, matter of fact, that's a good question. No. What was this? When you go into scriptures and you read, let's just say Samuel or Book of Samuel, and it speaks about David before he became King David, how was he addressed? Don't overthink it.
Son.
Oh yeah, the son of Jesse.
Right, because he was a part of. He came out of his father's loins. So he would have been what? Until King David became King David per se, where he had his own wives, children, establishing his own family, right? He was still basically a man of his father's family. Was what? He was basic title was David the son of Jesse. If you type that in, it's going to be probably precepts. David the son of Jesse. David the son of Jesse.
That goes into order of things.
It is the order of things. That's the family. That's the structure of his family. Did you have something?
Yeah, just want to make a point.
Yes, sir.
Because verse 17, you know, I love to get a punctuation that has a colon at the end. I always say this, that means the explanation is coming after. So what verse 18 is explaining 17. So it says, Numbers 1 and 17, and Moses and Aaron took these men which are expressed by their names. Verse 18 is explaining the word express. It says these men which are expressed by their names. When you go into that word express, it means appointed. So these men which are appointed by their names. So that right there in the same verse 17, you can't get it on verse 17. Verse 18 will clear it up for you.
Yes, sir.
But it says these men are appointed. Men that are appointed. Not women, not anything else. But it's saying men appointed by their names. Verse 18 keeps going deeper into it. It says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, which are the men that were appointed. It says, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls.
You see? Shalom, brother.
You want Amos 7:17?
Yeah, Amos 7 and 17.
This is Amos chapter 7, verse 17. It says, therefore, thus saith the Lord, thy wife shall be an harlot in the city, and thy sons and thy daughters shall fall by the sword, and thy land shall be divided by line, and thou shalt die in a polluted land, and Israel shall surely go into captivity forth of this
Get that
land.
in the BBE. Let's see what it says in the BBE for Amos 7:17. Because see, this is again the disrupted form of the family that the Lord created for us to be in. You know, we're not Americans. We have a specific way in which the Lord gave, because like we were going into at the times, this is where true protection comes from. Your protection comes from having a solid and strong family structure.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we're what? We're a brotherhood. Our brotherhood is brothers are family.
Yeah.
We're correct?
Yep.
So this is a form of, this is a line of protection. This is a form of protection that we have because see, again, the scriptures say what? Two are better than one.
Mm.
You know, we're lions of Israel. We're not cheetahs. You know, we're not leopards of Israel.
Yeah.
You know, leopards are solo animals. They move through the jungle by themselves. But we're not, the Lord ain't created us to be leopards. That's why even with us prophesying, we prophesy in twos and threes. We have a camp. We're not by ourselves.
Pack animals.
Yeah, we're pack animals. You know? That's why again that spirit of I just do it on my own and that's really off. That doesn't even fit the mold of what the Lord established for us to be as Israelite men in this time. All right, if some men are by themselves, that's just the way the Lord had it saw it fit. But even still, you think of any Israelite that you think of that may be by themselves, that's only temporal. Most men that were by themselves ain't by themselves no more.
Right.
So if I add to the course, a family, truly, matter of fact, I want to go back to your precept, Amos 3. So Amos 3 and 2, it says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Verse 3, a classic, can two walk together except they be agreed? So the reason the Lord is saying this is because he chose us as his family, because we have the most common, what's the word? Just, we're most common towards him. All right? You go back to Genesis, create them in our likeness.
Yes.
You see? So we're most common than any other nation on this earth to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh. So that's why whoever's common to you, you're going to gravitate towards.
Kinfolk.
Kinfolk, exactly. It's what you call a family. Is another good word for family is what you call a community. A community means pretty much a group of common people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because what is it? You can say what a family turns into a clan.
Yeah.
A clan
Turns into a tribe.
turns into a tribe, and then a tribe turns into a nation.
Mm.
When you get that other saying, it takes a village to raise a child.
Child.
Yeah.
Because you need everyone is in a community and one common, whatever.
Mindset.
An umbrella.
Yeah.
We're under the same umbrella.
So that's why he chose us as a family. You could read Amos, that's a good precept. Sirach, the 24th chapter is another good precept of what family he chose, or chapter that he chose, because we have a commonality to the Heavenly Father.
Yep.
So that makes us a family.
Yeah. We're descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. What did I
Amos 7-17 in the BBE version. So this is what the Lord has said. Your wife will be a loose woman in the town. And your sons and daughters will
Straight
be put
to
the
it.
sword.
Yeah, it said your wife should be a loose. That's what Rahab's name means. When you go into the book of Joshua, I think.
Yeah.
Is that how you say her name?
Rahab or
Rahab,
Rahab?
yeah. When you go into her name in the Hebrew, it means loose, because that's what she was. So that's going to be our women. It said the scriptures say we shall be betrothed to a woman, and another man shall lie with her.
Yep, the curses.
Shit, that's even spiritual, just like what the brother was saying. Esau has penetrated the woman that we're with right now.
Yeah.
Regardless if it wasn't physical, it even penetrated the mind, which
That's
is still
worse.
a form of adultery.
Yeah, what did Kanye say a while ago? He's like, he's like, Instagram got your bitch. Really, Esau got your Esau got your woman's mind.
Yeah.
I did a
Jody
quick,
got your
you know,
girl.
I like to do is quick hit lessons, 1, 2, 3 minute lessons on updates going around the world, and you know that Czech Republic shooting.
Yeah, man.
Where did the shooting happen in a
University.
at a university? But guess what department?
I know.
The philosophy department. Because that's a fucking wine that people are drinking
Yeah.
that have penetrated their mind. Ironic, right?
Ironic as hell. You're right. See? See?
You got it, bro. So like,
It says, your wife will be a loose woman in the town, and your sons and your daughters will be put to the sword, and your land will be
Go ahead. Go ahead.
because this is just like what the captain backed me up on the economies. Your woman should be a loose, and your children shall be what again? But to the sword. Put to the sword. You're the middle class is following.
Yeah, your assets are really liabilities. Because a woman, as the scriptures say, a woman, if you get you a wife, you get you a possession. That's supposed to be an asset. She brings forth your children, which should then be another form of an asset. You have daughters. Your daughters are supposed to bring connections with other families, and you're supposed to get dowries and so on and so forth. If you have
Affinity with other families.
Yep, that's an asset. That's unities, unifying families. Okay, you have sons. You bring about a miniature you that can continue your works and work with you and take it further. Take you it went from being one of you to you having 8 sons. Those are supposed to be assets. So, like you said, we're going back to the original point. Esau destroying these strongholds that the Lord established from us going back to the old ways is only going to affect these people that are outside of this, that are rebellious to this. If you're a loose woman, you have no guard. You have no guard. See, these women talk a lot of shit. Real ass nigga, real ass bitch, all that city girl shit, all that wild hot girl summer, all that shit. All you're doing is putting a mark on you. What is it? Remember that book we read when we were younger, the Scarlet Letter? You're walking around with a scarlet letter A on you to signify that you're basically a whore, and you're wondering why the black woman is not desirable at this point. That's only a systematic way to weaken your position. It's not hurting us. It hurts us as a nation, but individually, it is effing women over. And when the time you got something?
Oh, I just wanted to
Yeah,
quote
of course.
because we always bring this out about America, which America is the bitch. Just like you were saying just earlier, you know, America's a skank asshole that's ugly and all that good stuff.
Yeah, man.
But in the book of Ezekiel, if I'm not mistaken, land of unwalled villages. Yeah, that's America, but you can liken that to you fucking women today.
Oh yeah.
They're loose. You are a land of unwalled villages. You easily penetrate.
Oh yeah.
Easily. You're a land of unwalled villages. And the state of a nation, just like we always say, just look at the state of the women.
Look at the state of the women, because as you said, you made a great point. Like you said, women are really the you could say is the middle class citizens of our society. So like you said, they kind of are a thermometer or a gauge of how good or how off the nation is. Like Apostle Paul was saying recently, that when a nation's men don't want to deal with them, that's how you know a nation is losing. And we see that with Esau. His women hate him. He has no order and structure over his women. His women they're a bunch of days and thems. They're a bunch of trans lizards. You know that the black woman is bad, but the so-called white woman as well, she's bugged the fuck out too.
Oh yeah.
Which is another point to show you how the Lord is touching Esau's family. Esau's family was never really that strong to begin with, but them curses is on his ass, and you see it. His son hates him. His father hates the children. His daughter's a big whore and a slut out here.
The daughter is with the so-called black man.
The daughter's with the black man. You get what I'm saying? This is how you gauge. You don't gauge a society how great. See, that's what's wrong with niggas. It's like, I know I'm ranting, but through the spirit, the problem with our people is, oh yeah, we all good because of a Jay-Z or a Beyonce. You don't judge a society or a nation of people based upon a few individuals. We would be stupid to judge so-called Negroes according to how Jay-Z and Beyonce are living. That's 2 individuals of millions that are struggling. Okay?
I got a quick one for you.
Yeah, read that out and you got a precept. No, if you got one, we'll work our way around.
Get
says,
y'all up in that thing.
Mhm.
and your sons and your daughters will be put to the sword, and your land will be cut up into parts by a line, and you yourself will come to your end in an unclean land, and Israel will
And all this shit got to come to an end in this unclean land. Ain't none of this is all of this is artificial. All of it. Okay? This the Spirit got us on this whole family structure thing. The American family structure is artificial. Okay? Like I said, I was talking to a brother earlier about my rib was watching some show, and it's a timepiece of the 1800s, and she was like, "Damn, you know, it was something." I think so, yeah. You know, I think it's something back in times or whatever, but it's like in New York. So basically, like she was commenting on the fact of it was always people around the house. There was servants at the house. You know, when you read about the ancient world. You got handmaids, you got male servants, female servants, you had all of these different elements. So in a household there, bro, you might have been, let's just say, how many people you think King Solomon could have had hundreds, if not thousands of people on his property. Oh, excuse me, you're right, the water. He had 1,000 women.
Right.
So then if you add to that, let's just say every woman had a servant. You already got 2,000 people on a property. That's why when the scriptures speak about his provisions daily, they were so high because he had to feed all of that. There were no alone time. Fast forward 200 years or later, 300 years into the future, 2023, 2024, these women are lonely as shit, man. So they went from a family structure of being, man, we went from a husband, a bunch of children, a bunch of wives, a bunch of servants. You might have 20, 30, you might have been a regular Jake, not even a king, and still had 30, 40 people on your property. Working, you know, you got 3, 4 guys working with you on a farm, you got a few servants and so on and so forth. You might have had a solid 50 people around.
What you're saying,
They got kids. Go ahead.
what you're saying goes to that one song from Luther Vandross, "This house is not a home unless you're not there." You know, I don't mean to quote that exactly,
Yeah.
but
That's
just,
real.
just trying to bring out some truth.
Yeah.
Because you can't. A house is just a house if there's no one there.
If there's no spirit in it.
He said, "A chair is just a chair."
And that's how Esau lives. That's actually Esau only knows how to build houses. He's never had a home.
He's
And then our people follow behind and like, yeah, this is the way to live right here. This is happiness right here. Yeah, I'm a woman and I don't want children. I'm a woman and I'll get married and settle down when I'm 47 years old. Blah, 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 all that bullshit. That's all an artificial angle of Esau created to trick and deceive you people.
If I could just say real quick, Captain, it's like just a few generations ago, Jake was broke as shit. Like just the man was working, but he was fruitful as hell. He had like 10, 15 children, 20 damn children.
Movie Fences.
Fences, right.
Mm-hmm.
But these women don't see that a family is a fruitful thing. You know?
You know, I said to my rib a while back, Jake, let's just say a man in this American society, a man and a woman get married, it's a good marriage. The man and the woman gets of old, right? They get of age. Let's just say they're in their 70s and 80s, right? That man, let's just say he starts to lose his health. This happens, right?
Yeah.
I was saying to my rib, I was like, see, a lot of women don't consider, you just want monogamy because it makes your pride feel good. But then when your husband gets of age, he's older and he's sick, wouldn't you want some help around this motherfucker with him? Wouldn't it be nicer if you had a few helping hands to deal with the situation at hand?
Well, that's First Kings.
This is
When King David was diminishing.
mm-hmm,
Who they bring in?
yeah.
They brought, I think she was an Issacharite. And
Yeah.
look into it.
mm-hmm, to bring him heat.
To bring him heat. But that was someone that was a help. You know?
That was part of the
Bring in some
structure.
extra hands. He already had what, 18 wives, if I'm not mistaken?
I think so, yeah.
I think he had 12 wives and 18 sons. I'd have to go back. Don't quote me.
But this
But
is
yeah, you
this
gotta
is how the
bring them
Lord
in.
had it set up. This is artificial, man. A girl, what the fuck is a girlfriend?
A temporary
hoe?
roommate.
That's
what
my
it is.
boyfriend.
It's a
That
temporary
ain't,
roommate.
it ain't scriptural. And it's not even logical. All of these gray areas, all of these confusing points that leave you in a place of madness. You know, a man gotta be, man gotta be a fucking swan. You know, one mate for the whole goddamn life.
Yeah, man. A girlfriend, that goes extreme. That goes against what Yahweh Shai says.
Yes, yes.
A man will, a friend is someone who will lay down their life. These bitches ain't gonna lay down their life for you.
Hell.
And fuck these goddamn women.
Fuck 'em.
Your wife ain't gonna lay down her life for you. She ain't gonna do shit. They can barely cook a fucking scrambled egg for you without having a goddamn attitude. You see? They don't give a fuck. But these men, they'll lay down your life. So that's a friend. There ain't no such thing as a
Oh,
girlfriend.
get that, where's that at in Luke? Who is my family? Yeah, get that. Who, except he that do the will. Because see, like you said, the Lord told us, like you read in Ezra, that the Lord would weaken the age. We would see how the time that we're in, according to how weak all of these things. Everything is a weakness. Having a woman is not it doesn't add to you. You know, like you said, don't get me wrong.
It adds stress.
You know, if you got a woman, cool. But we're speaking about as a whole towards the nation as men. You know, like I said, we're not hypocrites. I have a woman. You know what I'm saying? But the state of men and women today, that's why women are out here single, lonely, effed up.
Comes another example.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, because what? They're through. All right, you got that?
Every time.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 12, verse 46. While he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him. Then one said unto him, Behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered, Yahweh Shai, and said unto him that told him, Who is my mother and who are my brethren? And he stretched forth his hand towards his disciples and said, Behold, meaning look, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
See, that's the true family. That's what the Lord is establishing here. That's why, again, you know, when we read Amos, the 3rd chapter, if you're not serving the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, if you're not serving the Father's family, if you're not serving our true family, which is Israel, how do we serve it? How do we be servants of Israel? By prophesying, by doing the work, by being a steward unto Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, then you're serving something else. And as you read in Amos 3:3, how can two walk together unless they be agreed? Because in this family, we have a certain duty, we have a spirit we got to follow. That's where our order and our protection and everything. See the black woman, right? Like you just said, you brothers just saw, this black woman will go on the internet. The black woman is the most unprotected person on planet Earth. They love to throw that shit out there, right? Literally, that's like the black woman loves to say that they are so unprotected. You know why you're unprotected, black woman? Because you are outside of the true structure that the Lord established for you to have fucking protection.
Absolutely. She under a deep spell, bro.
They want us to see in the ancient world, if we saw, matter of fact, if in the ancient world, if we saw a woman of Israel walking down the street like that, we would have stopped that. We would have asked, hey, who is your father? Who's your husband? We're gonna inquire.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like if that bitch was walking down the street and a man would approach, oh no, nigga, yeah. But then when she get her ass jumped, then she's like, oh yeah, you know, I need somebody to protect me.
Woman, I'm a woman.
You know, also too,
A
woman
woman.
walking around the streets like that in the ancient times, if she looking like that, you know she's a slut. And it's a well-known. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's a well-known
Streetwalk.
because in the ancient times, you're right, we had certain particular garments women should wear to discern what they were or what they are.
Whether
She
it's
betrothed,
mourning or
she's a virgin, serving. But we see what happens when a woman goes out on her own. Eve.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But when you treat them like a hoe, they be like, just because I'm wearing this don't mean I'm a hoe.
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
What the fuck is he talking about?
That's like me
bitch?
dressing up as a goddamn police officer, and niggas is asking me for help.
Right.
And I'm like, how dare you judge me according to how I'm dressed?
Just because-
Nigga, you look like you work for APD. Nah, man, how silly of you to assume.
That's the perception.
Come on, man. So again, that whole energy, that is why, like we've been saying, women have this idea that we just like, we don't want you. And the reason we don't want you is because we understand the burdensome that come with you in these times. These women are, like you said, these women are weak. I seen this bitch online the other day speaking about that. Y'all want us to be dumb, like the women of like they was basically saying the generation of old women were. Bitch, y'all are dumber than you literally. This is the dumbest generation of women ever to be on the planet Earth.
Ever.
Dumb bitch. Sherry doesn't have understanding.
The dumbest. These are the worst women, really across the board. These are the worst men, the worst women, and the worst children to ever be on the planet Earth.
Gremlins running around.
Yeah.
Talk about the
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The scripture say, wicked and adulterous generation.
Mm.
Because it's like, please,
Of course. Bring it out. Get in there. Get in there.
this is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, because it's because Esau Edom, so-called white man, which is the devil. The Bible speaks of it. But this is Ecclesiastes chapter 10, verse 5. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun as an error which proceeded from the ruler. And that ruler is Esau Edom. That's why Jake done adopted the ways of Esau Edom. And Babylon the Great, which is America, got so much to offer. And our people don't want to come back in front of the umbrella of this truth, man. You know, the ways of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's not grievous, it's not hard. But the scripture said, Isaiah 1, the ox knoweth his owner, the ass his master tread.
That's right.
My people do not know, my people don't consider. A lot of our people don't think. I ain't trying to be long with it.
No, you good, bro.
A lot of our people, so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native American Indians, they don't think that this comes with a recompense. Acting like that, treating your man like that, you know, drug dealing, pharmacia, idolatry, things like that. That comes with a consequence. We see it on the bottom, you know. So that's all like
No, that's real. Because see, like you said, our people, man, they've gotten away from, like you said, the way that the Lord had it established. And you're vulnerable. You are out of bounds. Like Jake like to say, you are out of pocket.
Exactly.
Here's the herd, and you're supposed to be amidst the herd. You know the scripture, that's what I was going to say. The scripture say in Ecclesiastes 7:7 that what? A gift destroyeth the heart. And in Babylon has come with a lot of gifts that's really were these briberies, that word gift goes into, that have destroyed you. You think you could be a shit-talking woman and look down upon men because you have a cell phone and because you could call 911. That's why that's a gift that has destroyed you. A lot of you men, you have destroyed in your head the idea or the importance of having a family. Like we get on these, we understand on a base level the idea of what men going their own way, MGTOW. We understand on a shallow level, but in the spirit of it, how can a society maintain when the men are going their own way? When the men are really the establishers of the spirit of a nation. We're Israelites. The way that the Lord set it up for us men to establish our households is according to the spirit of the Lord, and that's how we live our lives, right? So where we at? You got something, brother? Yes, sir. Bring it up.
Jeremiah 31 and 22. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man.
And this is where you get this Captain Zariat talking about the woman is
Strong.
The woman is the strongest deity under Yahweh, under Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. I think he said, or the Most High, really.
Yeah.
I think he really said, really, women are stronger than Yahweh Shai. Okay? Because this is something new that the Lord created on the earth, is that women would be over men. But that's not from a position of, they aren't stronger than us. They have a better footing or position in the society that the devil gave them. Through the spirit of the Lord put the spirit on Esau to bring about this feminism and women's rights and women having choice over birth, liberation, and all of these different elements that the Lord put on Esau to do to these women. But it's all bribery. It's all tricking. You've been tricked.
Yes. You're under a spell.
You've been bamboozled and hoodwinked. That's why if you could catch the truth from an old Edomite woman. You talk to an old Edomite woman, a woman in her 50s, 60s, and 70s, she'll tell you, what the hell were we thinking? Feminism, this was stupid.
She will.
A woman with some sense will realize this is stupid. I could have just been in the house doing this, da-da-da-da. That's where your strength comes from. But women think they strong because they got a cell phone and they can call 911, or they can put their name on a fucking apartment lease, or they got a car, they got a what do they call them? What they call them? The Hondas, the Altimas, Heltimas. They got a Hellcat Altima. You know what I'm saying? They think they hot shit, and that's really all it takes for the women, especially Judite women, the nigga woman, to believe. The nigga woman thinks she's a shit because this bitch's name's on a cell phone bill. My name's on it. On what, bitch? On an apartment in the hood?
Bitch living over there in Clarkston.
Bitch living in the fucking, bitches living in an apartment, talking shit. But you think you hot shit and you got it going on. That's why, again, all of you niggas that's out of order. We were talking about you nigga children last week. You little badass kids that don't want to listen to your unthankful parents, don't want to listen to your mother or your father. You gonna get caught out there, and your ass is gonna get Swiss cheesed. The Lord got special judgments for all of you niggas that are out of order. All of them. All right, you got any more to that?
There's no structure. You know, there's no order. You know, these women think that they are above a man because Esau gives them so much opportunity. He really does open up the door for these bitches. And it's like it's easier. For example, like, you know, men. These crackers make it hard for men in general.
Yeah.
A man of color.
Man, just like you said, just men in general.
You know what I'm saying? But a bitch will come around, like, oh, I gotta give this example, like this black ass bitch at my job. This bitch is a dyke or a stud, my bad. You say it correctly. This bitch is a stud, right? And it'll be like, and there's another Jake that work with, you know, he'll be on his phone, you know, we all sometimes be on the phone, and cracker come around standing on your shoulder, well, what you doing on the phone? But then you got this fucking black ass bitch that's just sitting at the shipping desk all day watching TikTok videos.
Yeah, whatever the hell she want.
This nigga don't say goddamn nothing to her.
Bro.
And me, we all, us men be
it,
looking
bro.
at each other like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
No,
But that's how this man, he sets up the society so that these fucking women can basically rule over men.
Yeah, man, because the women are going to be the main ones. Women are going to be the main receivers of the MOTB.
I know.
Women and children, actually. Because why? Women and children.
Say you want your food stamps, bitch, you better get that chip.
You want some warmth, some comfort, some food, whatever it is that you believe is your rations or your whatever you want to call it. That you from your white daddy.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to take that MOTB.
Exactly.
You want your Section 8 this month?
Your Section 8.
That's why the scriptures really, the majority, not the elect women, the sincere women, but majority of you women, you hate the truth. You hate the Lord. You hate the man. You hate yourself. You know, then the scriptures say, by the order in Corinthians.
I was gonna somebody get that.
I would actually hold
Yeah, bring it out. Yeah, but finish your point and get that. Yeah.
Because, just laying back off the brother point, oppression make them a wise man mad. You know, we see that we can't buck up against our supervisor. I be saying a lot of mine on my job, like, man, it's like shit, right?
Oh,
You
yeah.
you gotta go home to deal with more hell. You know, even though we're balancing it, but for the majority, we oppress you.
These bitches come on the job making mistake after mistake after mistake. They rude, they're obnoxious, they're stupid, and they get, like you said, they get mercy upon mercy upon mercy upon mercy. Let you be on a 100 right street. You done did 100 things right.
Yeah.
A one-on-one, you do something wrong. Baby, you come in here and sit down. What doing? Everything all right? Yeah, we just noticed this. They already looking to get rid of your ass.
Yep.
So again, like how you said, these briberies have set women up into a position where they believe that they're stronger than they actually are. They believe they're smarter than they actually are. They believe they're more wittier, more wiser. They believe they have all the answers when they don't got shit, man.
They wicked as fuck too.
If I can say,
Of course.
I was in Albany a couple of months ago. I actually heard a female, nice looking female, you know, but she basically was telling me she won't a guy to worship the ground she walks on. She said she's the prize. She ain't got no children, which I don't care about that. It's the fact that, like,
Yeah.
like, all because you got an iPad job, you're a nail technician or what the hell level, you know, but I ain't about to go scripture on it, but I'm in my head like, man, the scriptures say your desire shall be towards your husband. He shall rule over you. You know, what about that? You know?
These women, man, like you read in Jeremiah, you know, they believe in their mind that, like, you know, they believe, like you said, they genuinely believe that they are over us.
Yes.
Like they like it's not even in their mind that they're being deceived that way. They actually believe that life has it set forth that they are above us.
If I can say that they think it's evolution.
Yeah.
They think it's an evolution of things, how the world is evolving into a new thing, and really the woman is really supposed to be at the top, man.
Yeah,
when they gonna be deceived just like this devil.
That's why in a woman's mind, like you were saying, in a woman's mind, the male experience is the retarded experience.
Yeah.
It's the only way I can say it. Like in a woman's mind, like our experience in life is the retarded version, and the woman's version is the right version. When in all actuality, really, the woman's version, the woman's the experience of life is really retarded.
It's upside down.
When you really sit down and you even talk to your own woman, and you think about the shit that she's thinking about, dealing with, got going on, it's really retarded as shit.
Salakia.
Of course.
Alright, you didn't have to put me on.
Okay.
I was having a conversation with somebody from the tone of the topic. You already know who.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this society could collapse at any given second. You know, I'm trying to prepare. You know, get ready, whatever. She give me a 5-month plan on how she gonna get a car. I'm like, I see where your head's at.
You can't take these bitches serious, man.
You cannot take them out of the world. They will always, I don't care, they will always be in the world.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn,
You know,
that's where you see all this war going on.
That's the most important thing to you.
You see, I just did a lesson. 20,000 people in Gaza just died in 3 months. And you talking about trying to, a 5-month step plan on how I'm gonna raise a down payment on a car. I'm like, nigga.
That's the coldness of the Lord, man.
I just gave you a whole spiel on how this shit about to crumble. And that's what you're choosing La La Land while I'm talking. I'm like, okay, that's cool. But you know how we react. I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah.
But you know what? Even as silly as our, we gonna close up in a second. But even as silly as our women are, they have a form of protection by being connected to us because we deal with them according to knowledge. We keep them in their rightful place. Like we always say, you men out here that take your woman. Like I got you know the dude. I don't even gotta say his name. You already know the dude that was living with me. I talked to this dude, and I'd be like, well, you know, about him and his, you know, well, what do you want? You know, like, you know, well, we know whatever she wants. Where would you like to live? Well, you know, wherever she want to live.
Man, I gotta get this, bro.
Well, you know, well, what do you
Yeah, that's I was just thinking.
like, he just, no matter what, well, what kind of car do you want?
Whatever you want.
Whatever kind of car she want.
But that's why Jake was going out. If I can say, like,
course.
what these pagan holidays, like you see now.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you ain't with that. Now because she want a tree in the house, you gonna put it up.
Yep. Man, she gonna be mad at me, and I can't deal with it. So, yeah, honey, go ahead and put a Christmas tree in there. No, I ain't gonna be. A lot of you men, I don't want to be a Hebrew because, you know, my woman against it. A lot of you men, we've always been saying this. And I said this, you know, a while back. I said, man, one thing I would love to get to the kingdom and see that counter. How many people have died directly and indirectly behind women? And I was like, even in the spirit of it, when I thought about it, I said, you know what? All men, and that Captain Cesariak is why the scriptures were speaking about women. That's their strength, is the deceptiveness that they bring. And if you're not a strong man, they will conquer you.
Yes, they
The
will.
king is wicked, the women are wicked,
Yep.
and the wine's wicked.
That's it.
And just a quick example was King
That's why it's
Solomon.
important to be grounded and rooted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not good. Be grounded and rooted.
Yes, sir?
Book of Sirach, chapter 25,
Yeah,
verse
we'll close
24.
on that.
Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die.
So if you would, Jake, like most of the people of our nation, your woman, you really are servants unto women, as First Ezra the 4th chapter. You are a servant unto women. That don't mean they're strong. There's nothing strong about a woman being in a position like that. That's why a lot of you men, when this time's coming, all you've been doing is exercising your right to be a fucking follower of your woman. When the Lord presents those ill times, those evil times, her black ass or her brown ass ain't gonna have no answers to what the hell is going on. And our answers to you is gonna be, nigga, go get that chip, and let's go to this concentration camp. Because I heard they got foods.
Yeah, see, that's why
Whatever it
that's
is.
why the Lord didn't have Hillary Clinton in office. If y'all watched that, you know, when she ran against Trump and shit,
Mm-hmm.
her first initiative was dumb bitch, was to do a no-fly zone. I think over in Syria, which would have caused all-out war. It wasn't time for the
Breakout.
the climax of World War III yet, and that bitch would have brought it. So it was like, nah, I can't have that dumb fucking woman, irrational, making stupid ass
Bitch dealing with
decisions.
menopause and go send everybody in the fucking
Fucking
World War
war.
III.
Because that's exactly what a no-fly zone during that time would have caused all war to break out.
Bring that out. We're gonna close up on that since they walk.
This Job 39 and 17, because Yahweh Bashem Yahushua have prescribed her of wisdom, neither have we imparted to her understanding.
That's
Yeah.
it.
We have that understanding, which was a hard pill for us coming out of the world to understand, but the Lord shows us is that's why men leave. Women aren't. That's why we learn what? The hard way. Men are always out here seeking for women to, man, she just want to apologize. Accountability. Women aren't supposed to really have you're looking for women to have wisdom. You're looking for women to have a level of seeing outside of themselves. Only people that can do that are leaders, which are men. You want your woman to be a leader. She's not. That's why you're not supposed to follow their lead.
That's right.
But again, that's why a lot of you niggas are gonna die in the next months to years to come, following after a stank ass woman, man. You hear it is your woman's supposed to be following after you, taking heed to your words, but every goddamn decision that's made in the household, you want her to make it. Whatever car she wants, wherever she want to live at, whatever she want to eat, wherever she want to go, whatever she want to do. She want an open relationship, sure.
That goes for your mama too.
Oh well, yeah, man.
You know, and you still.
See, a lot of you men, you be tough on other women that are on your level or your playing field, but then you're simps to your mothers and your daughters. A lot of you men are simps to your daughters. Daddy's girls. Every time your daughter wants something, well, I guess I better go get Dr. McStuffins. All right, so we're gonna close up because they closing up. So with that, we're gonna give all the glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Shem Rakawadash.
All right, shalom.
Shalom.